you need to have it. You're a business with a grease deep fryer. You need to have a grease inceptor.
That sounds like a bad superhero. Grease and scepter. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, at work I have a grease trap. It's built into the place.
Yeah.
Really, Andrew?
Detergent is my enemy.
Jerk. I'm dropping crap at work and I get a what? Oh, you son of a... Mock, take us in.
Put down that Dawn.
Mock, take us in. We're good to go.
Oh, we're live.
We're live. We're on.
By the way,
we're good to go.
Just in case people ever wonder what it is we talk about before we go live on the show and think, wow, I sure wish I could hear. And now they're like, no, actually, they can wait to start that shit.
Jim, shut off the snoring effect.
We save the good stuff for you guys.
Yeah. That shows just how low the bar is.
What bar?
Yeah.
Remember when I said we only have like 200 subscribers? Well, I looked and we're getting close to 500 subscribers actually. I was shocked by that.
Did one of you guys open up a whole bunch of different accounts and
it's all
they're all
I had nothing to do with
bot
that.
accounts.
I swear.
paid for.
Yes, totally. Yes.
Right. We're paying people for subscriptions.
That's a new low.
For what?
Yeah. We're 480 subscribers right now. So when we hit 500, I guess we can make a big announcement.
Yeah.
We got that going for us, which is
We
nice.
got that going for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were just saying, Andrew and I were just saying how we just don't have like a lot of energy tonight.
Tired.
Yeah.
And now it's like,
Yeah.
I like get pumped up. I got pussy in my lap.
Oh, we do.
Aw.
Whoa! Hold on now.
You got a good looking pussy there.
Thanks.
When did you get a
I might need
calico?
a shave. She's like a tiger-y, tabby.
Calico.
She's not
Is that
calico.
calico?
No, she's
Okay.
tigery. She's got
Tigery.
racing stripes.
Oh,
Okay.
look at her being all patient with that shit.
She's not happy.
No.
She needs her claws trimmed. So we got like
Careful of the central nerve. Trust me.
I know. I've been trimming cats' claws for years. We're good.
So when'd you get her? I don't remember her being in a video.
Well, I'm usually in the garage, but it's like sub-zero outside right now. We got like, I don't know, 8 or 10 inches of snow, and it's cold as hell. So the cats, I had to work from home today, and the cat's been on my lap all day.
Wow, Denver has snow, but Canada, there's a bit in the snowbanks. That's it. Call Guinness. We need the adjudicators out here.
It is early for us to have, well, down here in Denver for us to have snow. But I mean, the mountains usually have snow by now. Anyway.
Yeah, y'all made the news.
Did we?
Yeah, they were talking about for the canceled flights in Denver and all and they couldn't keep up with all the snow falling on the runways.
Oh no.
All that, and the sad looking people, Thanksgiving.
Right. Yeah, it's a shit weekend for travel to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's my exciting story for the week.
Does anybody else have any other exciting stories?
I know, it might be a real short show.
I flashed you my pussy.
Yeah.
Turn me
on.
Yeah, you showed all angles of your pussy too. The front,
Jim,
back.
get on here. We need your sound effects.
Yeah.
Oh, look, Jim's place looks so festive.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
We decorated.
Looks pretty.
Carrie decorated.
Nope. I mean, I helped, but no, it's more Jim than me.
He's copying me with the lights over the games. Like, come on, I patented that.
Yeah.
Oh, so Andrew, you know something weird when we were talking about a real quick side note, talk about Tron for a sec.
Oh yeah. I promise we won't stay out too long.
We won't stay out too long. Okay, so you said on Disney Plus how they don't have the first episode, but they have like an episode that's sort of like a clip highlight reel from the episode,
every
which
episode
is weird.
starts with a basically a summary of several of the episodes before that.
Yeah, and it just summarizes.
Yeah,
episode 1 is really episode 2, which is strange, right? So on YouTube, Disney themselves have uploaded that episode
Can't
1.
see the line.
And but it's in 10-minute chunks, so it's a pain in the ass to watch. But they do play one after another, like in a list,
right?
But it's all there, and it's uploaded in HD and everything. It looks really good, so I was able to watch it just so I could refresh my memory on it. And but yeah, no. So anybody out there watching Tron Uprising on Disney Plus,
based on our suggestions, watch
the YouTube episode 1 first.
Didn't we have this conversation last week? Are you back on Tron again?
Not about the missing episode. We didn't talk about that last week. We talked about it on Slack.
Yeah, I guess we didn't talk about it on the show. Yeah, so on Disney Plus, the animated series, which is really well done. I forgot how well done that show was.
No, you didn't.
The voice talent is pretty good too. You got Pee Wee Herman, you've got Elijah Wood, you got Mandy Moore, you have
Bruce Fox Lightning.
Oh yeah,
I want to see a live action movie with all those actors in the same room. Paul Rubens and Frodo.
And I love the art style too. It almost looks like fashion design drawings, like sketches for like clothing design kind of things. Everyone's super duper long and lean and
like a Nigel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember those old that old artist? Yeah. The art direction is pretty crazy. I guess the art the guy who created the world or whatever is a famous artist or something. I can't remember what he went on to do, but yeah, so a lot of talent on that show.
Yeah.
And anytime you read any of the comments on YouTube, everyone's like, they ripped, they're all upset that they didn't at least make a movie or something to wrap up the show, because it left you on a cliffhanger. Yeah. And and you know that they still get overtaken by Clue, because it's a prequel to the movie where Clue's already taken over everything, correct? Right?
I think so, yeah.
Unless this is a segment of the city that gets protected by Tron and he doesn't try to take it over or something.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I think it's well before that, because this is before the rise of Rinsler.
Exactly. This is before Rinsler. So,
and I think this is the idea is that this is when Clue is still sending his armies out to take over the different cities, and this is still one of the last cities that hasn't been taken over yet.
Yeah, and they got to either show a wrap up of how either Clue takes it over completely, or how that character that plays Tron, but it's not Tron. What's his name? Beck.
The lead that we don't actually care about, because we just want to know what happens to Tron and stuff.
Well, we know Tron gets captured and turned into Rinsler.
Yeah, he's supposed to be us. We're on his. Yeah, that's true.
But maybe they could end it where there's an uprising of people and they keep everybody out.
But they also but they do address the whole thing about how Tron is infected. He's got like a virus thing growing in him.
He's constantly getting sicker and sicker, if I remember right on the show. I haven't seen the show in a while. That's what I remember. By the end, he's pretty thrashed, if I remember right too.
Yeah, I think the thing is that Clue was supposed to have dealt him a basically damn near killing blow, like during that battle, and he escaped. We never saw that, but yeah.
Left him.
He's in some rejuvenation thing, though.
He's got scarring too. If you see down at his neck and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, he's trashed.
I thought he was wasn't he in like some sort of pod thing to try to prepare to?
Yeah, there's one episode where they touch on that, where it's like
like keeping it at bay a little bit, just so that he doesn't
de-res
totally fall apart.
Yeah.
They could have actually taken that. They could have done, if they had wrapped up that story. If they really wanted to keep going, they could have then done basically a Tron 3 animated.
Yeah, right. Which
wouldn't that be an idea? Do this. Do it animated like this and do the sequels.
Right.
And do it.
I'd
in
be
the
down
series.
with that. I'm 100% down with that.
Well,
I'm doing it on D+.
Here's the weird thing is these episodes being uploaded to YouTube was only about a year ago. So that's interesting too. And why didn't they upload the entire
Yeah, because
episodes?
that
It's really
10-minute
bizarre.
limit, that was the limitation like 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10-minute increments. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it's
why
it's
all
the
my
full
old
ep-
videos are like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that used to be the limit, but I don't know. I hope maybe there'll be a resurgence in popularity, and especially if they bring the Tron rides to here. It's still a franchise that can make them money. They might dip
It'll only take another
to the
30
well.
years.
They've said themselves that they're going to bring it back at some point. They just don't know when. So
When they run out of Star Wars movies.
yeah, I know. Star Wars, they're focusing.
Shit, we
on
burnt
right
that
now.
candle. Now what? Yeah.
Well, they talk about doing a Darth Maul series now, and it's like, well,
Right.
I mean, if it's as good as Mandalorian, I'll watch. Did you watch episode 3, Andrew?
Yep. I'm up to speed on it.
Okay, is everybody up to speed on Mandalorian? No.
All the people who are going to watch Mandalorian.
I did watch
I don't play an
episodes.
instrument. I don't play an instrument. I don't want a mandolin. I don't know how to play a mandolin.
I play piano, flute, and
Somebody
harp.
already made that meme where they show the Mandalorian playing a mandolin.
Nice.
I think you sent that to me, and it was hilarious.
I didn't send that one.
Someone did.
Oh, Jim, you don't have.
Nice.
Jim or
Nice,
Carrie,
Jim.
you don't
No,
have.
I watched it, or I've seen the 3 episodes.
Oh, you have. Okay.
Mhm. Yep.
You've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The curiosity got yes, exactly.
Okay. So, would that be something Carrie would like or not like? You think?
Well, Sheila, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just more Star Wars content, right? I mean, if you're into
Yeah.
Star Wars, you probably like it. If you're not,
It looks really good.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of dialogue in the
There
first.
really isn't a lot of dialogue.
No.
Actually, there's not a lot of dialogue at all. But
I've spoken.
It feels like you're watching a Western almost to me.
yeah,
little
I
bit,
can
yeah.
see that.
Feel.
I can see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's not bad. It's better. Well, it's not bad. I'll leave it at that. It's better than I expected, but not as good as what people have hyped it up to be. But maybe it's been overhyped already. So
Yeah, I mean, you might have jumped on it because of the hype train, but
there were so many boners.
well, when I compare it to Caravan of Courage,
What the
Which
fuck
is the
Caravan of Courage?
fucking television Star Wars thing besides the holiday
Besides
special.
the holiday special, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Caravan
I-
of Courage was just god awful. Actually, there's 2 of them. There's the Ewok special or whatever it was, and then the Caravan of Courage I think came later, if I remember right, or was it the other way around? I
I
forget.
don't remember.
There's two Ewok specials that they made, and they're just so bad and so weird, and not even feel like Star Wars. It feels more like Willow, if anything. There's like enemies that have magic and do magical things, like with like wizards. It's like, this isn't Star Wars. What is this? And then he makes Willow like the year later or something. So
Who's
he had
I'm Val Kilmer's.
he
in
was
Willow,
itching to
honestly,
do
yeah.
a movie like with medieval.
I always get because I always get that confused for some reason with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, because I'm like, oh, isn't Morgan Freeman in Willow? And I'm like, oh no, it's Val Kilmer.
No,
That's
Morgan
Robin
Freeman's in Prince. Yeah, that's Robin Hood. Yeah, I don't know why I get those two because they're so different, but
I
do.
didn't know that in the movie Willow that Val Kilmer, and the redheaded girl
Slut?
that
Oh,
he's with in the movie. I don't know if she's a slut.
I was thinking of the
Ask
drink.
her that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the cocktail. Yeah.
That the woman, the
Redheads.
redheaded. I don't know was she a princess? I don't even remember what she was. in
She
the
was
movie.
the daughter of the queen, so I guess
I
kind of.
guess she's a
princess.
princess.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, in real life, I didn't know that they hooked up and got married and had kids and all this other shit.
I
Did you
didn't
guys know
either.
that?
No, I didn't know that.
No, I did. I was like, what? But no, they're now recently, not too long ago, maybe 5 years ago, they got a divorce or something. It was like, you guys have been married this long. Might as well push it through a bit. Anyway, so welcome to the Arcade Hangout, everybody.
Yeah. Fuck,
This
this
is
snow's
a
really
real
cold.
low energy show tonight.
My poor inflatable Santa's just like
Yeah.
on my
That was a windy.
balcony. Yeah, it's windy. The snow's coming down pretty good. And yeah, it's real windy. Glad I'm taking the bus into work tomorrow.
Ew.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna. I was like debating. I'm like, well, should I try to telecommute tomorrow? And I'm like, oh wait, I've only been to work one day this week. So
Oh,
yeah. So maybe I should go in, but I have a lot of shit to do tomorrow anyways, and there's gonna be a lot of people out, so there'll be a good chance to be productive actually.
Yeah.
Necro says Tron Hangout. Fuck
Yeah.
off.
You know, who thought that
Don't worry.
mean,
Yeah.
I remember seeing that some of you guys were chatting in the Slack channel, and it just kind of glancing and seeing D+, and I'm like, oh, something sucks. It's a D+.
Yeah.
Like, that's a stupid name for something.
Oh, no, that's the
D+.
abbreviated version.
Well, I know that, but isn't that kind of their little like, yeah,
You got
like,
a
but
D+.
everybody calls it
You
D+.
shoot your eye out, kid. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Like,
D+.
C-, like, oh, look at our new station, F. Like, you know, it's like, wow, really? That's just I understand.
You get the dick and then some.
Yeah.
The D+.
Nice.
Carrie, you're supposed to keep us anchored. Come on now.
Yeah, sorry.
That's
Well,
why we hired you.
What,
Come on.
well, what you know? What gets a D+ right now? My stupid Lord of the Rings, which is
No.
for a fucking home use only. You know, not
Wait, what
used
happened to
very
it?
much. It's
Is
now
it the flipper again?
Nope. It's I fixed
Not
that.
the gate. Not that
Well,
fucking
no,
gate
it wasn't.
again.
Yeah, no, it was the last thing I fixed on it was the slingshot. The lower right slingshot was going off, but then I just, I cleaned it and it was fine. But now there's a right above the slingshot. There's two lights on either. There's a light on either side, and one of the lights just comes on, and it just stays on. And the other light doesn't come on. So the one on the right is illuminated constantly, and the one on the left
Are you
never
talking
turns on.
like a flasher?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Is that kind of a bigger light?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has like a little, plastic reflectory thing over the top of
That
it.
sounds like a flasher to me.
Okay, yeah. So my flashers. So I'm
Would that-
constantly flashing. Well,
But the
Yeah,
other
and
one
it's
does
bright,
the other one never
right?
come on?
the other one never comes on, and
I
that
wonder
one
if
never
there's a
turns
short
off.
then.
I was
in the
gonna say
wiring.
check your
Yeah.
check
They're
your
probably set to flash together.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's why
thinking.
I'm wondering if
and
it's
the
a
one
short.
is just and the one is
Yeah.
just constantly on. But in order to even to get to it, I have to move a game. So I can't just be like, oh, I'll just look at this real quick, because I can't slide the glass off. So I have to
Yeah,
without
you have to play
moving.
Tetris.
Right.
Yeah, I can't be
Yeah.
like, it's not just like a quick, I'll do this real quick like a try. I'm like, no, I gotta dedicate enough time that I can move games and then plan on figuring out what the hell. But yeah, like it just happened all of a sudden. Like, why the butt does that kind of thing happen? Where it's like you're just living your life, everything's fine, it's all cool, and then out of nowhere, like, why would a short develop? I've done nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, you're like, hey, I'm gonna short now. Fuck you.
What's weird is like it's not like you were fiddling around with it and then you got the short. You're
Well,
just
the
playing
other
it,
thing could be
and then-
too, like maybe
how'd
that's
that happen?
like if there's the bulb, or the socket, if there's an issue there, like like with lights and stuff in general, if a
Yep.
bulb goes out
That's a good idea.
sometimes.
They
So
all
I
go
would
out.
just check. I would just check the bulb first.
It's
Yeah.
a Christmas. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Because
That's
it's
an
just
easy
even-
one.
Because
in a
if there's
series.
nothing there, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Once
that's
I
what I'm
can take
wondering.
the glass
Since
off.
they're there, they might be in a series since
Yeah.
they're supposed to go together.
That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
So it could just be a bulb.
Or
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
the bulb that is working and put it in the one that's not. Gak's here.
Hey.
Speaking of the brightest
Hey.
bulb, we've got-
It's
Can you
Gak the
do-
The
Snowman.
mummy
Can you do this?
strides.
Can you do this, Gak?
No,
Ooh, you got a.
Oh,
I still
Did
got
you get a
nice little-
haircut?
God, look at you.
Oh,
Ah,
I'm all good.
Poor Gak.
Yes, got a haircut yesterday too.
Oh,
How's it
I
going,
need one
guys?
too.
Well, if you can't pound the beers,
Good.
have you ever thought about? I know you guys have some red wine around there
Left-handed
somewhere.
lips.
Okay.
yeah, just a
there
little
we
bit.
go.
You're gonna be like fucking Quagmire after he discovers
Yeah.
internet porn. Big old arm on one side.
Time to give the southpaw a little workout now.
Big old musk veiny.
Yep.
he's just
I'm
exhausted.
gonna go back in there. Yeah.
What's everybody drinking tonight?
Just a cheap cab, $7 bottle of, I don't know what it was called, but it's good actually. It reminds me of that Pravenera, Carrie, that you
Oh
get.
yeah, from
The
grocery
6
outlet.
cell- yep.
Grocery
There
outlet,
you go.
bargain market.
cheap bottle of wine that's actually pretty damn good. Definitely
Yeah.
worth the definitely worth the price.
Yeah, it's worth
Nice.
every penny of that. $6.99
A
Oh,
Budweiser.
plus tax.
Jack, what are you drinking?
I just poured some of that Belching Beaver.
Oh, good. What kind?
Phantom Bride. Phantom Bride. That's
Oh, I've had that. Lots
I
of
got
times.
that on tap.
Belching Beaver, is
Oh,
that
wow.
Canadian?
That's
Also known
No,
as a
San Diego.
queef.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
Belching Beaver's the Vista place.
It's like a couple miles from your house, pretty much, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 locations. That's one that Andrew didn't. I don't think Andrew went to that one because he was hungover.
Oh yes.
He was crashed. How about you, Carrie? You drinking anything tonight?
Not yet. I'm right now. I'm having some very clear white wine minus any grapes or alcohol. We could just call it water.
There you go.
Okay.
But and actually, I'm gonna have to step away. My daughter just came home, so I got to go dish up some dinner, which is in the oven. So I will be
okay.
back.
All
And then
right.
we can-
Right. And Andrew, what are you drinking?
It's the winter ale, or sorry, the Christmas ale by Great Divide.
Oh, okay.
Figured I'd do something festive.
Not a dark beer. Okay.
It's definitely a pretty
Yeah,
dark
it's
Oh,
ale.
it is a
Yeah.
little dark. Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be a
I mean
brown or something.
it's an amber.
Amber. Okay.
Yeah, but it's pretty dark. It's pretty heady too. It's about 7.5%.
Oh.
So for a sipper for sure.
Well, you know what I'm drinking?
What are you drinking, Steve?
Urine.
Oh.
I don't know.
I'm gonna
You just-
I'm gonna go get
What?
some right now.
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, well, hurry up. I got some stuff, pinball stuff to talk
He was
about.
just
Okay,
looking
hold
for
on.
ideas.
Wait a second. I'm gonna get a beer. What's something? Hold on.
Well, obviously you saw let's see, I'm trying to think other news. The only thing that I have, you guys saw in the post on Slack that we wrapped, well, I shouldn't say we were 99% done with the shooting for Carrie's video. We have 4 shots left that take place here. And I'm actually hoping to get, with all this abundant snow now that we're going to get, I'm hoping, holy hand.
I know, high five, dude.
So yeah, it went well. It was a really complicated shoot over the weekend.
Yeah, you weren't at home. Well, I know you don't have a Death Race marquee box hanging on your wall, and I know you don't have a Paperboy. And I think that was a Tapper.
I was gonna say I noticed the marquee box too.
Yeah.
Someone just posted about that.
I know. Well, but I didn't think it was his house.
If you
No, it's his friends.
if you poke
Okay.
around on the avenues, you can discover whose place, what venue that was. But
Or so
it
we can
was-
say
yeah.
who made the box then, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So we know. I don't recognize that Fetish Boy made that box.
Yeah.
And so my first thought was like, wait, you guys at Fet's house? But it's like he doesn't have Paperboy, A, and B, that doesn't look like his finished basement arcade,
Right.
so that didn't look right.
Yeah.
So not
Yeah.
there.
Not yeah.
Although that would have been fun too.
Yeah. But yeah, so there was I don't want to give too much away, but it was a very complicated shoot. And after we release the video, when it's done, I'll show you guys some of the production photos that we took, because I had to use like every light in my arsenal, and it was the most complicated thing I've ever shot.
Wow.
and had to light for. But it turned out awesome. It
Can
worked out.
I throw out a suggestion? I thought what might be fun is either do it an episode before the episode that you play it, is play all the videos that you've done with Carrie. Like have a little review special of all the past ones we've done. Now that we have a decent streaming service where it won't be all choppy like it usually is. It'll
Right.
be
Yeah,
just
I mean, it won't be perfect, but it's gonna
way
be
better than YouTube
Yeah.
was. Yeah. But maybe either do it.
We could
maybe-
do it leading up, because
We
we
could-
have 2, so we could do it 2 weeks before,
Is it
and
just
like
two
start in
of them you
December.
have?
Start in
I thought it was
December. Yeah,
3.
this is the 3rd. that we're working
Oh,
on.
okay.
Mock,
Yeah.
can you quickly jump into the YouTube IRC, please?
It's like
YouTube
it's
IRC?
like it's a trilogy, so
real
we're
quickly,
stopping right
please.
after this.
What?
Just keep watching.
That
Huh?
the 66X.
NJS and Apple Jacks.
Yeah. That's weird, isn't it?
as well as Arkley EX666 has been posting.
Yeah, what are they doing?
It's probably the same guy running a bot. If you wouldn't mind obliging them with
It's not a spam.
unfortunately,
Gleek's
it's-
posting now about like not a blah blah blah. Not a spam bot. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay, I just
no,
remembered
the YouTube IRC Gleek. Maybe if you got on here, you would actually know that. Sorry, people were trying to actually talk to us, and then the whole thing just kind of blew up in the past 20 seconds.
Fuck, I'll just start deleting them.
Yeah, I would, but I can't. Oh, YouTube Punk is in there.
I could put him in a timeout. I don't think that'll work. You're in a corner.
That's
But
me
it
in
does
the
have to-
corner.
That's me in the spot. Light.
Losing my religion.
You're in timeout, young man. Okay, so there they are. They're in timeout now.
All right.
Okay,
Sorry, I would have, but
I think you just remove them too. I was just deleting people too.
Yeah,
you
it's
can,
just-
you can remove, you can delete.
Oh, look at that.
Right.
So, real quick, Gak, are you watching the Mandalorian on Disney?
Oh yes,
Plus?
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, awesome!
Definitely.
Are you up to episode 3 yet?
Yep. I was up really late, and I kind of fell asleep through the second episode. So I rewatched first and second before the third one came out last Friday.
Oh, okay.
So I've seen it all. Yeah, for sure.
So you're all caught up. Okay.
Yep.
I'm interested to see where the series is gonna go from here too.
Yeah.
But I'm enjoying it so far. I'm
Do
digging.
you have all kinds of fan theories or conspiracy or like theories about the
No,
the show?
I don't have any.
No?
I don't really have any theories.
I don't. I
except
just read other people making comments about
for-
stuff. you know?
yeah, I am digging seeing the gadgets and stuff that he has though. Like
Yeah.
the flamethrower he uses, and it's not like doing a shitty Disney show where it's like he doesn't use it on people. I mean, he freaking roasts fucking a stormtrooper to death.
It's more graphic. It's definitely more
Whoa.
graphic. I would say more graphic than regular Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And he disintegrates people just like they
Yeah.
talk about in the Star Wars movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And no disintegrations.
Fuck
And
the
that's
Jawas.
because he's known for disintegrating. I was like, yeah, he's disintegrating Jawas left
Well,
and right. I'm like,
but it's not.
oh,
it's not the.
shit.
But it's not the same guy though. This isn't the. It's not.
No, of course
That's
not.
not Boba. That's not.
No, it's not Boba
though.
Fett, but I know, but it's you can tell
Spoilers.
it's like they were gonna do a Boba Fett TV show. That's what's kind of odd about this, is like it morphed into this.
What? Disney's odd? No.
Yeah, I mean, don't you remember about 2 years ago they were saying Disney's working on a Boba Fett series, and then they said no, we're not anymore, and now
I
we're
was
here,
hoping
here we
they'd
are
do
with Mandalorian,
a-
which is basically Boba Fett. I mean, it really is.
I was hoping they'd do a whole
Yeah.
series of Star Wars holiday specials.
I mean, if they made it like the opening scene was Boba Fett crawling out of the Sarlacc pit because he uses some gadgets to like kill the monster under there, and he crawls out of the hole. Wouldn't that be freaking cool? And just start your show right there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm still enjoying the whole lore and melting down metals to get
Thank you.
armor and
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
upgrade. And yeah, it's all sorts of cool stuff. The gadget on his wrist.
Everything looks really good.
Yeah, looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
Anyways.
so far well written. So
Huh.
anyway, so what we're going to talk about tonight? Oh, you had some arcade news, Jim.
Oh, not really any news, but I was talking about I talked to a few people about we were talking about Wonka over the weekend, and one of my friends is buying the fucking collectors. You thought, the LA's 95, the 12 and the collectors is 12.5.
Yeah, $12,500 plus shipping, $500 or fee.
I can't even
$100.
wrap my head
Plus
around that
tax.
much money.
You
Plus
got to
tax.
pay tax on all that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
Oh.
and you're just paying for, like, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a different little different artwork, and you get the red powder coated.
Which you could do your own if you wanted.
It's just for $3,000. Like, holy
Yeah.
fuck!
You could do
You
your
get,
own
you get a
powder
plaque with a
coating.
number on it, though.
Yeah, woo.
One of 500. They and then, but you get one for the
But
LEs
there's
too,
nothing
but it's like-
gameplay wise or anything major aesthetic that it's not like there's a whole bunch of different toys on the playfield
No,
or anything like that.
but-
No, it's just
but
artwork.
whatever. Yeah.
Like
I'm
artwork
glad.
too.
I'm glad that the artwork to me isn't. I mean, even if like I could see myself being, because I'm already tempted enough to go after the LE, but I feel like the jump is more for less going from the pro to the LE than from the LE to the collectors. But it's like, holy fuck, you can't tell me that $3,000 is yeah, I don't know.
$3,000
Is
for
it a
that.
scarcity tactic, where it's like, well, we're only doing 500.
Well, if they dangle the carrot like this is special, you want this one,
This is the
they
top of
do.
the line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be sought after. And here's the thing, though, is since the difference isn't that great, it's not like something you can really look at and go, "Oh, wow, it's got all these toys that are unique," or this has a
Right.
unique topper. It's going to be harder to sell because it's so damn high, to get your money
Yeah.
back. So you got to
Oh, that's
think
a good
about
point.
that too.
Yeah.
When if you're trying to sell it out there, people could just go, "Well, I could just get the, not the premium, but the." Yeah, I guess the
Yeah.
premium, right? The premium is one that has all the same features, right?
the LE, the LE. Yep.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm looking for, there's so many mods, like really cool detailed mods
Yeah.
out there for that.
The mods
that
are
I'm-
awesome.
I can't wait to do that. I'll probably do the
They're
plunger
fun.
thing, put the gobstopper on there.
Oh yeah, that's a must. And Jim, you might think about buying that stuff now because that stuff sells out. They only do
Oh.
a certain run, and then once they're gone, they usually don't do another run for like years until they get a lot of people asking them. Yeah, so if I were you, that's what I did. Like Medieval Madness, I bought up all my stuff, toys and mods and things, and I just sat right here.
I was just gonna
until
say,
I got
it
it
feels
in
silly though
a
to like
year
have all
later.
this stuff and not actually. It'd be like buying tires for a car and you don't have the car.
Yeah, I know, but the thing is that you don't
Check
want to
out my
be
rims.
a year later.
Well, they'll look great once
and
they're
you
on
want
the
that
car.
because that gobstopper plunger was sold out for like months, and they decided to do another run of it. So I just noticed on Meso Mods, I think it's called.
Oh yeah.
Measle
Yep.
Mods, whatever.
Measle,
They
Measle.
they brought him back, so it is there for sale
I'm
right now.
Very familiar with Meso Mods because
Yeah,
that was
they've got good ones.
Tales from the Crypt stuff for Carrie.
Yeah, I think I bought a couple Tron things there and some other stuff. So I bought some things, purchased some things from there. But yeah, I would get the Wonka hat because that goes over that ugly bolt that's on the far right of the.
There's so many.
playfield.
Like there's even like the little candy mushrooms, like, and there's all
they're really
kinds of
tiny
shit.
too. Yeah, they look really
Yeah,
cool.
there's all kinds of crazy
The
shit. Like I was just
smokestack
like,
Wonka, I get
Yeah.
that.
all
the
puns
factory.
intended. I was like a kid in the candy store looking at all these different mods.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's even that little teeny Charlie that's inside the bubble tube.
Sorry, YouTube Pug. Can we start a GoFundMe for Jimbo's Wonka?
Yeah.
If you could just spot me $3,000. No.
Let's see. What are some other good mods for that? The one you're talking about. There's something on the flippers, I think, that looks like part of
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, you could. They're like
walk around.
velvet I don't know, adhesives that go over there that look like the grass, like
The
part of
grass.
yeah.
That looked
It-
cool.
There's so much, and a lot of those are inexpensive, but like the detailed ones with the kids, like the Gus's Gloop in the tube, like in the pipe, and like the great glass elevator thing.
And it spins stuff. It lights up. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
There's so much cool stuff. Like, oh my god, that'd be so much fun.
If I were you, I would also get the little red light that installs on top of the camera, because that you can set that up and link it inside. So when that shot is like ready, the
it'll
camera light
blink?
lights up. It'll blink.
Ah,
Yeah, it's
okay.
a junction. You just tie it to the bottom floor light. What do you call it? The insert.
Oh,
That's
okay.
underneath. Yeah, you just put banana, clip it, so it just blinks at the same time. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
But yeah, no, there's some really cool stuff on there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, it probably won't. I'm optimistically it'll be when I get my tax return. So that's
If you get a tax return.
oh
I didn't.
if it's like last year, it actually benefited me because I have a supplemental income with my stock footage that I sell. So like for small for royalties and small business stuff like that, it benefited me last year.
Cash only, baby.
I was in
Cash
the right. It's kind of hard to do that when you're selling
online
through a bunch
sales.
of
Oh, damn.
Plus then I have all the stuff to deduct, right, like equipment write-offs, and I can write off not write off but deduct the chunk of my office, so
Well, see,
it all adds up.
since
I can't even write off my bus pass anymore.
I have a little side business, and I write off what I can. And I noticed that due to the new Trump tax laws that put into effect, you can only write off so much and stuff. So the middleman gets fucked.
Yeah.
And, then I look online just as for shits and giggles. I wanted to see how many big corporations paid zero taxes in 2018. Holy shit! So.
Like all of them.
I'm just going to name a few here, but it was like 60 huge companies. So they paid zero, and it should have been like $79 billion. That can go to our healthcare and shit. But listen to this, like Netflix, Amazon, Chevron, Delta, General Motors, Goodyear, Halliburton, IBM, JetBlue Airways, U.S. Steel, and Whirlpool. Those are just a few of the ones that you know of. Paid zero.
Mock's Pumpkins. Mock's Pumpkins, zero.
Wow.
He's a 1%er now.
God, it kills me. And then I do my taxes, and you owe this year. I'm like, what? Again? I paid double in taxes that I did even the year prior. So
No.
Yeah, I got fucked pretty bad last year too.
around the corner, people. Yeah. So I upped my 401k to try to fix that shit. So I'll see this year, see if it did any good. But man,
For our Canadian viewers, that's a RRSP. We don't have 401ks up here. We have RRSPs.
It's good that we have our Canadian translation.
Yeah.
Well, Orange Whip's not here anymore. He's too busy
for our
being a top
viewers.
1%er.
It's all maple syrup investments. Is that what it is?
Yes, I invest heavily in maple syrup, as well as I have stocks in the words A and Buddy and Guy.
Yeah.
And
A
two
is
cats.
EH.
Yes, EH is A.
Does every Canadian have a two cat? Is that like a law?
Yes, we all have. My coat's in the other room, but yes, we all have toques.
No.
I didn't get on that when it was cheap. It was kind of like Bitcoin. I didn't jump on it right away back in like the 1700s. So I kind of lucked out, and
1700s.
that's when toques were made.
Oh,
That's when the term was coined. I googled it years ago.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Bitcoin. I'm like, I didn't know Bitcoin existed in the 1700s.
what's going on with Bitcoin? Is it still going, or is it over? Did it crash? What happened to it?
I think it's still around. It's just
Heard
not
of
nearly
it.
as much.
Can I buy it for less than $1
I
billion
just-
for one?
Apparently at
$8,000 per Bitcoin, or that's the value right now.
at the Safeway, when the grocery store chains here, you can when you go to if you go use the Coinstar machine,
Yeah.
which I think is where you do like you pour in your spare change,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah,
will
yeah.
you can buy Bitcoin.
Oh, fuck that. Now I want to go the other way.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah.
I don't want to put it in the Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I want to take it out of Bitcoin.
I was so confused by that.
Yeah.
So
Your
you see,
Bitcoin in
when
pennies and
you buy
nickels.
into toques, you get your name on them.
Arts.
It's the name of the company that actually does
Wow,
it.
that changed like $1,000 in like
There we
less than
go.
a week. Because like I literally like Googled Bitcoin current value, and like a week ago, not even, it was like $8,000 some dollars, and right now it's 7,000. Like it changes that. It's like it's worse than the fucking stock market. It's
Unregulated.
I see Mean Green's asking about the Cybertruck.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a fan, I'll be honest. So we'll see.
I'd love to see it in person. It's I mean, like it's just so.
Yeah, same with me. Yeah,
It's
but it
way out
actually, I mean, it ticks off all the check marks compared to my truck, you know, for an upgrade. So I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, like getting it. I haven't seen all the videos on it, but I haven't really seen much from the interior. And like what the experience would be, what it looks like the visibility.
I saw one video and the guy was panning around and he's like, "You're so covered with glass, you like can see everywhere."
It's so fugly, I want it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like a butterface.
I mean, one of the things that like I heard about was the inside the truck bed. This I nerd out on this part is it's like aluminum that has T-slots in it. So you can mount all kinds of stuff in there to hold it in place, you know, like arcade games. Yep, exactly. Yep. And I guess it's a full 6+ foot deep. So you can actually lay a cabinet in there and close the tailgate. You can't do that with my truck unless you fold down the back seat in order to close the tailgate. Otherwise, it hangs over the tailgate a little bit on mine. So,
yeah. Josh's
thank you for that posting that picture of the interior.
Wow. Josh's comment reminds me of what Crafty Mix said. He's on. I'm going to wait for version 2 that has more polygons.
And you know, our friend Slick Nick, he already put his deposit.
I know. Oh, speaking of Slick Nick, I got to do his announcement.
Yes.
I couldn't help but think of him as soon as I saw the steering wheel. It's like his Knight Rider. It's like not a full circle steering wheel.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
totally.
The yoke, you know, like a Star Wars yoke almost. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be
yeah, but wait till they use
weird.
the arcade 1-up version of it. Everybody will be very disappointed.
Exactly,
That's only
right?
the one that appears on the show model.
That'll be the Hyundai version of the Tesla.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So Slick, I'm gonna put a little picture here. Slick Nick is doing a Thanksgiving video that he couldn't be here tonight to announce it. He asked me to announce it for him. So he's coming out with this Thanksgiving video that is going to cover. Let's see. What did he say?
Everything, right? It's all
A tour of his arcade and what else? I guess that's it.
$100,000 giveaway? What?
Yeah, it's gonna us all
start
trips to the
promoting all this
Bahamas.
shit he's not even doing.
Front row seats at Staples Center.
As soon as he hits 150 subscribers, he's giving away 100,000 cash. No.
I guess he's gonna go into his techniques
just post
and like
share this on your Facebook.
repairing games or
A week, like the fucking Black Friday sale for Drinkade is only 30% off. Like, what happened to their like 50%?
50%
Remember
off.
those?
Yeah.
That's actually when it's worth it, because after you figure in the shipping and all that shit from their site, it's never worth it. Like, it's like, oh, I saved like $4, you know.
Yeah, you may as well pick it up at the store when you go there.
That's what I've been doing lately, is that I'll pick up booze at the grocery, and they sell them there, and I'll individually for $3.99. I'll just grab 2, and that's
okay. Here we go. Let me reread his tweet, so that'll be his commercial. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? I certainly am.
Sunday.
And I have a 1 hour
Thursday.
I have a 1 hour special in the oven for you. Jim, you got to put some sound effects in over this too. Like ding, or maybe a slide whistle or something. I don't know. An all-access tour of Slick Nick Arcade. How it came about, the games, the decor, and the tech used. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. You will not want to miss this one. Okay, so he is at YouTube. It's I think it's just. Is it just Slick Nick?
It's just Slick Nick. I posted his
NIKK. Yeah. But yeah, Slick Nick's a good dude. So go check out his channel and check out his special on Thanksgiving. If you're done eating your turkey and you're feeling sleepy, you can watch that and fall asleep to it.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm joking,
where
Nick.
you're going with
I know. I was like, wait a minute, this isn't going right. You know, when you eat turkey, you get sleepy. But check out his channel on Thanksgiving. he's got some really cool games, and hopefully show off some of his rare ones like Skydiver and stuff. He's got some good stuff.
His Twitter and YouTube are linked in the IRC.
Well, there you go.
You're welcome.
Nice. Nicely done. Thank you.
No, I don't have to Google that.
That didn't come out right. Sorry, Nick.
Maybe next time, get on here, you jerk. Just kidding.
Yeah, I
We
asked
love
him
you.
to come on.
We
to
love
promote
you.
it. Yeah, you get what you pay for, Nick.
We haven't seen our
What do
royalty
you mean you
check.
only
Come on
opened
now.
2?
Where's our promo check?
2?
2? I can't figure out 2.
2? What do you mean you only opened 2?
I don't care very much for chocolate.
Well, I can't figure out just 2, so let's pretend you opened 200.
Oh.
Have we figured out what our December schedule for when we get close to what we're doing? Are we just
Yeah, I think people talked about we're going to end up doing a 2-week break.
So Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the 23rd, I believe, is a.
So yeah, we're
It's
not
a
doing
Monday.
Yeah. So
Christmas Eve is
the 24th
our show.
is the show.
And then New Year's Eve
yeah.
is the
And
show.
then New Year's
Yeah.
Eve is the show.
Oh,
Oh.
Jesus.
I've just decided to switch our Friday schedule to Monday, which means that
So-
the test we take each Friday on what we learned during the week will now take place on Monday before we've learned it. But since today is Tuesday, it doesn't matter in the slightest.
It's a long one. Okay, so the
That's my
17th.
favorite. Worth it.
So the 17th
It's
we'll
so
probably be
good.
doing the video,
Holiday.
right?
Well,
If it's available.
if it's ready, I mean, it's so early, we may end up not previewing it here since it's because of the show timing. So it might just go up on Clav.
Really?
We'll see what happens.
Oh.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
well, if y'all want to do a show on Christmas Eve, I can do it.
I
But-
can't. I'm gonna be in another house somewhere.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
At 10
I do
All
it
you
like
people with
that,
lives, whatever.
Got family.
wanna-
see what
you wanna-
we'll see
you
what
wanna have the
happens.
video
I'm
premiere
available
here,
after 11
or you-
o'clock.
Or you
I just have
want
to
to go
wait
be
for the
with those
fist fight to
other
break out.
people.
Yeah,
that you
we'll
call
see what
it
happens.
family.
The so-called family.
Yeah, exactly. Are they hanging with you every Tuesday night? No.
My in-laws.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
We'll see what happens. 'Cause
My
I can't
family
guarantee
is
anything.
my family is in the RC, the YouTube chat, and on my main viewer, of course. That's you guys, by the way. There
There
we
you
go.
go. See? In other words, C-Bar can make it.
He'll be there.
You'll be there.
You're not working on
By
Christmas Eve?
10:30, something will break up the family Christmas Eve dinner, and I'll be home.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
No.
So, but we are mostly done filming.
Yeah, I let them know.
Oh, you did when I was.
I spoiled the entire video for them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
I gave
It was a
everything away
great-
while you were gone.
Right. It was a great concept, right?
So I was telling Jim that we should play your 2 other videos first as a little, little opener before we play the new one. Like the
That would
world
also help
premiere.
help us test out the tech.
There you go.
You know,
There
see
you
how
go.
see how it's
True,
going.
Good point.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that'd be good. So are we gonna
Yeah.
aim for the 17th, or
Oh,
do
yeah.
maybe we do a show that's on the 19th, a Thursday? Do a Thursday show, and we could do it.
Mm.
That's not.
Yeah, that's
we've
an
done that
idea, too.
before. We've moved a show for things
For holidays.
for holidays, special things. Yeah, do a short show.
Well,
maybe.
I mean,
A
does
Christmas
that
special.
help the extra 2 days, Jim?
Yeah.
Anytime helps.
Right.
At
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not done. We're not quite done filming yet. So
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
sort
So
of
there is
edit.
that.
We have like
Oh.
4. Well, we have 4 shots left. So
oh man.
yeah.
I just CG it in, right?
Yeah, fix it in post, Jim. You know,
Fix it in
Yeah, yeah.
post.
some little
Post-
CGI in there, fucker.
post is so much
You're a
easier.
professional.
Yeah. Yeah.
All like
You spend
stick figures, like
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Right.
No,
We'll talk to you
it
about
just-
some
It
animation.
wouldn't even be animated, it''t just be frames. Just
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what
Still
Steven
images.
Spielberg would
Storyboard.
do, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
storyboarded, and that's it.
Uh,
Thinking over
Animated
storyboard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
my
for those
storyboards
shots,
are terrible.
fill-ins.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
point, though. I mean, like starting like next, well, or at least the third. So it'd be next to show. We could do, the first video, and then the 10th we could do the next video.
Oh, cute! Like a little
we could build up
countdown.
each
I
week
like that.
in
Fun.
December. It's a little bit like a sort of advent calendar kind of.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Not
a great
really.
idea.
But yeah, but we got at least I mean, all of them back to back might be a bit much.
I
But
agree.
think each show.
I'm for whatever. I was like just suggesting it to just replay it again, just for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. No, I think replaying them would be great.
Yeah.
You can see the evolution.
You know what, Jim? There is other ones. It's the ones where Carrie was live.
She
on
did
the
them
show
live. Yeah, she read
reading the
poetry.
poems.
Oh yeah.
So you could
that
pull.
They
was
weren't
the
separate.
right?
You could pull
I'm
that
not
audio
gonna go
clip.
through all. I'm not gonna go through all the fucking
Yeah,
episodes to
right.
find
C-Bar
out.
can do that.
Yeah.
You already got the episodes.
Got it.
Working on it.
Look at that. See?
C-Bar goes to his database.
Actually, I haven't even. And
liked
I've
those
never
poems.
actually. I've never revisited
episode
that.
200
So that would be kind of
is
fun.
the Christmas Eve would be 200. So if you can make the video ready for the week before, just saying it wouldn't interfere with Christmas.
I said, yeah. I mean, I'm no guarantees. Is I'll try, but
You're
it's a lot of
fired.
fucking
You
time.
you set the bar.
Damn, I'm
you
gonna
set
miss
the
out
bar
all
up
that
here,
income
so
Carrie's been
whatever you
paying
can
me.
do.
I know.
is-
Well, and you
Getting
know,
paid
like
I'm getting
you know,
paid, Jim.
there's so many
Yeah,
people
right.
that are excited
Yeah.
to take it over.
Well, what about rather than doing the 19th to give Jim as much time as possible and not to do it on Christmas Eve?
Exactly.
What if we did it on the 23rd, the Monday? Could we actually do a
I
show
need
that
to
Could
see
day?
do that.
when I need to see when I fly back from.
I'm taking
Oh yeah, because actually you do. Yeah.
I'm taking
Yeah,
2
yeah.
weeks off after the 21st. So
Let's see.
I can do the 23rd
I mean, that's as
I
close to Christmas
could-
as we could possibly get, but not actually.
on Monday.
My flight is assuming it's on time. My flight gets in at about 7 p.m.
But that doesn't
Like-
really buy you that much time because of the. I mean, in terms of extra days, because you're in California and you fly to California on Friday.
Right. Yeah.
So it's Thursday is the same as Monday.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, work
That's-
wise.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great.
Yep.
It's very,
And Thursday's
very
only 2
kind.
days later than Tuesday. All right.
Yeah.
Too, so.
Well, yeah, but at least it gets us in the Christmas week.
True.
I mean,
Well, we'll see. I guess we'll
for
see
all
how.
of our fans are almost.
I'll let you guys
500
know
fans.
when it's done and where I'm at. So before we
We
schedule
got people in
anything.
chat.
Yep.
Hey, Andrew, would it be possible from this point forward? Would you be able to stick in the description the IRC link? Because
It
there's a lot
doesn't-
of people in our chat that won't do it.
Oh, it doesn't do it. Yeah. So when I fire up the stream from Zoom into YouTube, all I can put in is a title. It doesn't give me a description option.
Yeah, quit complaining.
Plus, the IRC fucking link changed again. So
Oh, it did?
Way to go, Gleek.
I swear.
I'm just
Again, 'cause the old one used to work, and then I don't know.
Penis.
Emails went out with it, and they did. It's a penis.
No penis.
No penis.
Got things.
But daddy is a big
Penis.
Penis. Sorry.
God, that reminds me of a terrible story from my youth, but I'm not gonna fucking tell this.
Uh-oh. Teaser.
Yeah.
So, Mark,
Uh-oh.
I'm Polly the penis.
I recall reading and you saying recently about the Disney like backlog of shows and
Oh,
movies
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I posted
so
a
I
thing
have-
on Facebook. Yeah.
So I had one I was trying to look up, and I mean I haven't really thought about it in years, because I grew up in Burbank in Southern California,
Mhm.
kind of near the studios,
I know where that is.
and yeah,
Pretty close to Japan. Yes.
yes,
Yeah, right around the
So-
corner.
Right on
So-
the corner.
my
We're closer than
parents-
you and I, but
So in the late 70s, my dad quit the company he was working for and wanted to start a bike shop. So he had a retail bicycle shop, right? And he used to have the television studios come in there because it was like one of the closest bike shops to the studios. And they would want to use bikes for props or filming and stuff. And I totally remember this one where they got 2 BMX bikes. One was yellow, one was red, and it was for a Disney. I thought it was a Disney movie, and it was like it was like called The Runaways or something like that. And so I did a bunch of searching the other day, and it was on Disney. It was a Disney movie, like a Sunday night movie. They had this series. I think it was actually on NBC. Not
Yeah,
ABC.
wasn't that
They
the-
own ABC.
The Wonderful World of
Well,
Disney.
Disney, yeah.
Yes.
They would play
So-
Disney movies on there. That
Yeah,
they'd
so
make
like
us for
Sunday
TV.
nights. So
Yeah.
this was like 1978, and it was, I believe it was called The Young Runaways. And the two main characters, the kids run away, and they have these BMX bikes, and they're featured a lot in the movie, actually. Like, you can see the entire movie on YouTube. But yeah,
Really?
1978, you can see both bikes. But what I really remember was like my dad being frustrated but laughing about it at the same time, because he would rent bikes out. If people just wanted to go to the local, there was a park that you could ride bikes at and stuff. So they would rent it like a weekly rate, but they had it for so long. They had the bikes for so long. They more than purchased the bikes by renting them, right?
Yeah.
And they still returned them.
No.
But they were brand new bikes because they specifically asked for that. And when we got them back, I just remember them looking all messed up. They changed the stickers on. They like had a lightning bolt.
And they wanted to return them?
Yeah, and they did. And my dad took them back. I wish he would have kept them now. But one of them, they put like a banana seat on instead of a regular seat.
Nice.
And so it's in the movie like that. If anybody looks that up. That was a trip, though.
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, The Young Runaways, 1978.
That sounds really familiar. What do they do in the movie? Where do they go? Where do they run to?
I don't remember. I didn't actually watch. I just kind of like quickly scanned through it, trying to see scenes with bikes.
I can't watch this. This is stupid.
It's pretty bad, I think. Yeah. It was 70s, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a trip. And then I swear,
know a lot of the Wonderful World of Disney movies were shitty.
But you can't. I tried to look that up on IMDb, and there's no information on it. Basically, if you Google
Probably
search
because it's a series. It's harder to find series
like
stuff.
there's no information. And I was trying to
movie.
find like in the credits, like hoping maybe they say like who the stunt writers, because they do stunts, like they're jumping off, stuff on their bikes. I'm like, man, I wonder if those were like pro BMXers back in the day,
Oh yeah, maybe.
There's no info on that. There's just no one's credited basically, other than the main characters or whatever. So, but yeah, the other one I remember now, I don't think my dad's gonna remember, but I'm gonna see him on Thanksgiving. I'll try to ask him. But I swear he rented out a tandem bike, and it was gonna be for a TV show. And I swear it was the intro scene to Three's Company.
Oh, he falls into the dirt.
Yeah, like in the sand. Yeah, it's just a quick flash. I think the two girls on a tandem, and he's on a regular 10-speed, and he falls over.
And they're in dolphin shorts, and he's like looks at them, and
yeah, my dad actually used to sell dolphin shorts at that bike shop too. They were so popular. Total flashback, 70s flashback.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
So that I was trying to find it on the Disney Plus. I just couldn't remember the name of it, and I couldn't find it. So after Google searching, I found it. But yeah.
So yeah, some of you guys saw my post. I posted on Facebook and on Instagram, I believe. So Disney's goal is to have 100% of their content that they've ever created all in one channel. And he says that they launched with 25%. It seems more than that to me, but I don't know. But I listed some stuff that I just remember from my youth just to see if it was out there. And I put a list of what I looked for and didn't see in there. And I asked other people to post if they noticed something that they were looking for. So some of the things I noticed that aren't on Disney Plus was I put Condor Man. I don't know if you remember that superhero movie. Really old. Never seen it. I just remember the commercials for it. Yeah. Now you see him, now you don't. It's where these teenagers invent an invisibility spray, and they spray each other with it, turn invisible, and then the mob gets it and all all that kind of shit they do. Disney movies. Hot Lead and Cold Feet, a shitty Western movie.
That sounds familiar too. Yeah.
I think Don Knotts might be in it, and Tim Conway. Let's see, North Avenue Irregulars. It was a bunch of older ladies robbing a bank or something. Okay, I put Mickey Mouse Club, the 1955. They've only listed 5 episodes. There's only 5 episodes to watch from the old Mickey Mouse Club. That's my mom's era of watching Mickey Mouse.
That's funny.
And then they remember the new Mickey Mouse Club that came out in 1980 that had Blair from Facts of Life. She was a Mouseketeer on that show. Yeah, where they're wearing all like pastel colored thing, and they're doing all their dance routines in front of the magic, you know, in front of the castle at Disneyland and stuff. But anyway, none of that's on there. There you go.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life.
Okay. Tron Uprising, I put the first episode that Andrew and I were talking about that was missing. Wonderful World of Disney, the TV series. So that was a combination. It was either like a show or a movie made for TV for that thing. And then the whole reason why Disney put that on the air was just to help pay for Disneyland. That's the only reason why he put that show. In fact, there's a it's been building up. It's the Disney Imagineers, the Imagineering story. And it goes into how they built the rides, what went into it, what went into building Disneyland, some of the hurdles they had to go through, dealing with the city and dealing with strikes and everything else. I don't know. But it's neat to see the creative side of Disney and seeing all those guys. And I've met a few of those people that are on that special, which is kind of cool. Anyway, let's see. Oh, and of course, Song of the South. Like everybody's asking. Right. I see that everywhere. Everyone asking. Disney's got to break down one of these days and just fucking put it up. And just put a big disclaimer and say, "Hey, we know we were wrong. We know this is like it's a product of its time. Fuck it. It is what it is. Because people want to see it again. I mean, where the hell does Zippity Doo Dah song come from? It comes from Song of the South. Yeah, put it up there. So anyway, there's my Disney Plus rant.
Yeah, I haven't actually.
I like Disney Plus, but I just, I want to see them get to their 100% goal. I think that'd be cool.
I really do want to watch some of the ones that like really old footage, like behind the scenes on rides and how they.
Oh yeah, in Matterhorn, they actually go inside the Matterhorn up the stairs for the employees, and they go to the basketball court that's up there.
So that
very top.
So that reminds me.
Yeah, it's neat.
I think most of you guys know. Joe Abate. Lives out here.
Yeah.
Pinball guy. Point out Garam. He posted on Facebook a few days ago, maybe a week ago. It was like old footage from like the 1920s of Coney Island, like the theme park.
Oh wow!
It was all black and white. No sound. Showing footage, you can find it on YouTube, but basically it's like Coney Island 1920s or something like that. And man, there are some sketchy rides, like before
they look like you could die, right?
Yeah, totally. There's like one where it's like, and I swear they don't have any harnesses or anything. They're like wooden horses that are on a roller coaster, and there's like kids and adults like sitting on top of these wooden horses. And they're like
just
going up
fully
and down
going
all crazy.
through.
I'm like, they're like freaking 30 feet off the ground, all this metal work and wood, they get thrown off. I mean, it's broken.
And they're going like 50 miles per hour.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit.
They could fall off of it or drag by it.
There's this one, it's like a picture, like a kind of a big, giant kind of bowl-shaped wood, but there's a mound in the middle, and it's all kind of wooden. And there's probably 40 people, kids or adults, whatever, all laying on their backs on the middle of it. And the entire thing starts spinning around in circles, and just the G-force, and it goes faster and faster, and people are just getting hucked off the thing. I mean, they're getting thrown out into crowds and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. But the most crazy one was, it looked like it was metal, but maybe it was wood. They come down a slide onto this big, giant, flat platform, and there are these large circular discs on the floor, and they're all spinning in like different directions. Kind of like, there's like a pinball playfield where there's like a spinning disc on the middle, like that.
Yeah.
But this is like human sized, and there's like a dozen of them on the floor. It's like, man, the gap is like maybe a quarter inch on the between what's stationary and what's spinning. Hey, break your fingers, get your hair caught in there, rip out your scalp. I'm like, I can't imagine what kind of injuries happen on that before they shut it down.
One foot would hit one and they throw you to the ground and hit your head.
Yeah, they would get flung in different directions. And you see like ladies going down and they're wearing like long skirts.
Yeah,
the skirt
kind
of goes, gets all ripped, and they get thrown in different directions. I'm like, oh man, it's so sketchy. Yeah, exactly.
Gleek just posted a link to Song of the South. What? Available in 720 1080p. Where? That's not a link. That's a picture of a
penis.
What is this? Torrent?
Probably, yeah.
That's torrents.
I don't see a link to it though.
Thanks, Glee.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's illegal. To be illegal.
Yeah.
To release this fucking thing forever. Let's release it already. It's private.
Release it.
That means it's legal.
It's
Smithers, release the hounds.
So I got a little
leak. I want to
arcade.
check it out.
I haven't
Release
really
the Kraken.
Yes. There you go. So I really haven't done any much, arcade stuff for a while, but
why not? You have no excuse.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah,
you've
right?
been preoccupied.
Yeah. So my local buddy Adam G, we were
AKA
talking to
Adam G.
Adam, yes. So there's I think Carrie actually met him. He's up in Auburn. The guy who's opening his own arcade bar. Kevin's his name. So we were kind of chatting back and forth, and he's like, "Yeah, we should go up there and pay him a visit." And he's gonna have a couple of people at his place repairing games and stuff. So we just went up there to hang out for a couple hours on Saturday. Let's see who showed up there. So he's a fan of the show. He listens in. I don't know if he's on the chat right now, but Greg also, I think is his name. You guys, does that same name sound familiar?
Greg
Oslo,
Oslo?
yeah, Greg Oslo.
Mhm.
He actually had intended. He was going to go to Grinkers, but something happened. He couldn't make it.
Yeah, I think I remember making his badge.
Yeah, so that was cool meeting him. But yeah, there was probably, I don't know, maybe half dozen of us there, just kind of chatting, bullshitting. But I was able to. So Kevin, you guys might remember the story when I went up to Chico to potentially get some pinballs, and the guy's house was so sketchy, like condemned.
Yeah,
I felt all itchy afterwards. And stuff.
Oh, yeah, that one.
It was so sketchy. So
after you rented the truck too, that's the thing. I felt badly. Like you rented like a
trailer. Yeah, it was
trailer,
like $35 or whatever. Yeah, and then 4 hours driving round trip or so.
Oh God!
But so he went up there like 4 or 5 days before me, and he showed up. He told me the story, and he's all, yeah, man, I knew it was a bad scene as soon as I pulled up. But he's all, I've been talking to the guy for a couple of days, but the guy just didn't remember who's who because he's getting all these phone calls. And he's like, he's all, yeah, the guy was like, I got other people on these games too. And he's like, he's all, no, fuck that. We agreed on this. Here's your $100. I'm taking all these games. So
no,
he got like 12 games and a handful of parts for $100.
Oh my God.
But he's like, most of them are trash though. I mean, just
hopefully space isn't an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe a third of the machines were salvageable. The other ones were just like the wood was just falling apart. I mean, pull all the parts off of them, obviously, but still, I mean, that was a decent.
They were all
grab,
trucks and super punch outs and
yes.
Tron environmental.
Yeah, exactly. Environmental just Tron. Yeah. There's a bouncer.
Bunga.
But yeah, that was
a couple
fun
of
talking to
timbers.
that guy.
Yeah.
That was
Bunga,
fun
bunga,
talking
nice.
to Kevin because man, he's been around already. He's only been collecting for like a year or so, and I cannot.
That's why he's picking up 12
got
games for 100, like because he does have all the space in the world right now.
Yeah.
If he's brand new.
Well, and he's opening a arcade bar. I mean, if I had to guess, he's like 80% done from what I saw. He's just waiting on some more license
$100 deals.
stuff going on. Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's definitely got enough games in there, but it's maybe 50-ish games when it's all built out. But it's got a full-on bar, like a U-shaped bar in the middle, and he's got 4 beer taps at least and stuff. So
nice.
We'll see. Should be a fun little place. About a 15-minute drive from my house. So yeah,
you should do one of your vids on it. It'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we were all talking about like we need to get like at least a local get together there. Like maybe every couple months or something. I don't know. We'll see. We talked about doing that at Coin Op and only did one. So
yeah. That's one Carrie went to though, right? Didn't you do?
Yeah,
one?
and Orange Whip. Yep.
Yep.
That was the first time I met Adam G there, actually.
I think that's Joe's place. Joe Abate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's kind of
Get
all
your
over, but that's
burgers
his
and
home
fries
base.
at Joe's
Yeah.
place.
Joe's.
Yeah.
Well, Joe works there. Yeah, as a tech. Hey, Seabart. Did you?
I
see
didn't
that?
do it.
Did you see that?
Oh no! Animatronic.
Well, did you see Bart? Did you see it?
About that beer?
I know nothings. Nothings.
Mock,
You
you've
was not
frozen,
here.
you've
I was not
frozen
here.
twice now
Mock,
on us.
Mock,
Or you just like froze.
You froze up. I didn't hear the question.
I'm having internet connectivity issues.
You're
I have
fine.
I have no
You're
idea what
fine
you're
for,
talking
like-
about.
You're fine for like 90. You look fine for like 95. It's only when you freeze that's happened twice, where you freeze for like 4 seconds.
But then it speeds up and like plays it all back.
I get an error message across the screen that says your internet,
Hold on.
connection's slow.
That's how he keeps beating me on game night. He's got a leg switch. He keeps hitting it by mistake during the show.
That's
how he's doing. He's got a leg switch.
That's right, Brian. Mock's animatronics, they seized up for a second there.
so sorry, Mock. What was the question?
So that beer that I showed, God, I think it was it Chance or somebody from Canada had that beer, that arcade beer that was called like Arcade Glow or something like that.
Okay.
Let me see if I remember Gak. I showed you that picture.
Oh, sorry, I was
And
reading.
you said
What'd you say?
Of its balls.
Yeah. Dick pics.
Oh, I missed a duck. Damn it.
Oh, wait, you have my attention now.
Right here. Let's see if it'll. That's not focusing in. Darn it!
It says Arcade Glow though. I remember.
Oh yeah. I remember.
It's
Yes.
not coming in. It says Arcade.
And that's up
Glow
out
on
of
there.
Canada.
There's more glow than
Orange Whip said-
arcade.
So have you seen that beer?
No. Orange Whip said that was up in his area, I think.
Oh.
We don't get the Western beers out here.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
unless they're really popular, you might be able to find them at like the LCBO, which is the equivalent of a.
So you
state-run-
discriminate, is what you're saying? Yeah, you have a.
Well, good news is the major shipping
prejudice
rail.
against the Westerns.
I would rather live out there than in my province right now. Chance, if you're listening to this, would you like to adopt someone about your same age? Because I've had about enough of Central Canada bullcrap right now.
Yeah, Seabart's gonna move in.
Please adopt me.
Yeah.
It's
less
airfare. It's less airfare to Boise.
Yeah, he'll let you stay free if he can fix all your games.
Is that a no?
Maybe Chance can help you.
I'm not fixing that damn Donkey Kong. I don't know where.
Oh
to
no,
start
I'm
with
talking about
purple
Chance
wiring.
fixing your games.
Yeah.
Your track and field works 100%, right?
Track and field works. Space Ranger, which is Russian attack, it works. The Bally Gold Rush works. Pinball in the basement.
Oh yeah.
Dartboard works. Have the part, not so much time. I have to find a random ground that has gone AWOL in Missile Command, and the wire. It's one of two wires, and they're both. I have found the end of both, but I have to replace both of them because there's a crack in the wire, or the insulation is grounding to like a bracket or.
I have
something.
Before
An
New
issue.
Year's, my challenge to you is to get those other two games up and running because we want to see them all turned on and fire it up.
Not on
the
this
Christmas
show. I'll turn them on and I'll take a picture because I know the jinx.
Yeah, but you've never had yours on. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe like having them on during the show is actually beneficial.
There you
Unless
go.
it's Marble Madness
the rule
or
is
a
you have
Red
to have a
Tent.
minimum of 4 games operating in the background, which I do right now. I got all 4 of these here.
Yeah.
That's only like 25.
Give me a second here.
And then I
starting
didn't think about
Cuphead,
this.
Starting Left 4 Dead, and there's 2, and then I can turn those 2 on. We're good.
Yeah, but here's the other thing though. Since I've moved, both those games went down at my previous location, so I haven't had a. Now I'm shooting myself.
Yeah,
in the foot,
right.
but
Jim,
nothing's went
Jim.
down when I've had them on here.
Do this. Knock on wood, buddy. You just
I
jinxed yourself.
get it.
Or on your desk.
I don't have the rim shot ready here. Wait.
Put on bum.
You gotta be
Yeah,
Not even
faster than that.
Not
Come
even
on,
a
man.
complete rim shot, a cut off.
No, I cut it off. I'm like, fuck it. Yeah.
You don't
So,
even get a complete one.
So yeah, that's my
short
challenge.
stroke rim
Get those,
shot.
get your other 2 games up so you can have your, you can say all your games are 100%.
Yeah, can I get that in one shot? Hold on.
Because when did you get your Starship one? And that's you've had that one for a fucking long time.
Shit. 2016 spring, I want to say.
Okay, yeah.
But again, the only thing that doesn't, and the one thing why I haven't even touched that is, it might be this one diode.
But you have it, right?
Yes, I do. Somewhere. I thought I put it in the game. What the hell? Oh, those are buttons.
You gotta
Right,
turn those
it's
props
falling
into
down.
working games. All right.
My fear is I replace the diode and it doesn't work, and then I'm back to square one. So, okay, this is awkward.
Square one. Square one. No one watched that show. Okay.
That was my point I was getting to, Carrie.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about all the corporations not paying any taxes.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that
yeah.
money
Yeah.
could easily pay for everyone's health care.
Yep.
Yes. So when they say, "Oh, we can't do it," well, they can do it. They don't want to do it. There.
The top 1% of all the tax should be paying for the taxpayers in the middle class. I'm Bernie Sanders.
That's a pretty good Bernie, dude.
Yeah,
that is pretty good. You see the white wig. That's all scribbly.
He's always got statistics. If the top 4% of the 25% of the middle class of the 52%, yeah, it's always, it's like-
Talent, who knew?
it's so damn funny. Yeah.
Let me close my eyes.
Yeah.
Take me to Bernie. Take me to Bernie.
Although you want a little camera in there at the end.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah. Yes, I did say that. It's so
This is the
funny.
political hangout.
It's so hard. Like everyone's a caricature this day and age, though. Like it's right out of a comic book. Like everyone's so.
I was gonna thought you were gonna say everyone's a liar.
Comedians have an endless amount of material now for political satire. It's like unbelievable. Yeah.
Oh man. Yes, Carrie, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking Cameron and Ferris Bueller.
Just the
So
tail end
true.
of it. You.
So, funny question. I don't watch the
Pardon
news.
my
Is Trump
French,
impeached yet?
But you're an asshole.
A little early for that.
No.
No.
Tell him to take Trudeau with him. Will you?
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake.
I think he needs to take Pence with him.
Call me sir, God damn it.
Anyhow,
I hope I get an early Christmas present about that.
is that a sex joke? I'm just kidding.
No.
Okay.
I had a clean house for that to happen.
Hey,
And that's certainly not worth it, huh?
Hey, Mark, you should you need to reintroduce your wife to D plus.
Yeah. Nice.
The D plus.
We to bring
Found
it
it.
back around.
Oh, I know you brought it back.
I'm
What's
good
that,
for one.
Steve-Art? Is that your weed?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You want to hit,
Yeah.
man?
Yeah, you know, Orange
Yeah,
Whip started.
blow it in the mic.
Orange Whip still.
Everyone that
on
smokes
nachos.
weed, everyone that smokes weed sounds
All right,
like Snoop
so
Dogg.
that should be the part I need to make the monitor on Starship One work.
Looks like a firecracker.
It does look like
Oh,
a
I know
firecracker,
something
but yeah, I
I
can
show.
see it.
Okay, there's an anode.
Oh, yeah,
and
I see the
cathode.
leads.
Come on now.
Yeah. But you can only see one in the reflection. Yeah.
Oh,
You say
interesting. So
catheter?
where did Buffett send that, or where'd you?
That was
You've had that for a
from-
while.
crap. He was on our show a couple months ago.
Oh, Jason.
Oh,
Kopp?
Jason
Arcade
Kopp.
parts and
Yeah.
arcade parts and repair. Of course.
No,
No.
that's
would be
Peter,
Peter.
That's Peter.
who's never been on
Yeah.
our show. Although, you know,
He should be.
he should
yeah.
be because
could
yeah, he's-
Jason's the one that said, "Hey,
Yeah.
just it's probably this, and went.
Yeah.
I'll take the chance.
You better install that quick before it dries up.
I know. And it's also where I got a little bit of wax in action for the pinball.
Cool. Oh, I have that stuff. Pretty good.
No wax.
Yeah, it's right on the bathroom sink, right? Okay.
So
no,
I forgot
that's why I use aloe vera.
Nothing.
It helps when the sunburn happens too.
Jerkins.
Right.
So this Saturday, I forgot to tell you guys. I think I told Andrew. I went
That's
to
all
this.
I can think about when I see that brand.
Every time.
I went to this event in Anaheim called Designer Con, and it's almost as big as a Comic Con almost. I mean, as far as a trade show floor, it's just like tons of creative people that show their sculpts, their paints, their comics, their just anything design, anything creative. And I happened to come across a booth that had Dirty Donnie. Do you know what Dirty Donnie is? The artist. I got his book.
That's
awesome.
He even signed it, but he's the one that did all the artwork for the Metallica pin. And
that makes sense because that's exactly what that cover looked like.
Yes, very.
Yeah, so
definitely a unique, recognizable art.
It's very very like crazy monster, like this
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of shit,
Yeah. Like Guar.
Yeah, kind of like Guar stuff, just crazy.
There was those
shit.
stickers you used to be able to get too. I remember. I don't remember what they were called, but they're usually hot rods with eyeballs sticking out, tongues, and all that.
Yeah. Just like I think he has some of that. Oh, here we go, like this, like a big eyeball dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep.
But yeah, so he was at the show. I chatted with him for a little bit, and he did tell me he was working on a new pin for Stern, but he didn't want to talk. He wasn't allowed to talk about
those fucking NDAs.
Yeah, non-disclosure agreement stuff. So, but anyway, that was an awesome show, though. Excuse me. I got to meet some animators that were out there, some that work for Disney. And stuff.
It's like an animated boner.
Yeah, because I mean it's Anaheim, so it's people from the area, So I think I sent a few pictures to Andrew.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Notice that.
I was
finger boner.
What is that?
It's like the bird drinking out of the glass.
It's the drinky birds, yeah.
The drinky birds.
Sorry, no, I wasn't interrupting or any. I was just in the background.
Oh,
that's for art of the
I want to
day.
get that.
There's another good
yes,
one.
I have that one. Yeah,
I have that.
So I've had this for two years, I think. I blame Andrew because he said, "Yeah, I have this one. I need that."
There's also this new book.
There's lots of really good artwork from back in the day in there.
This book came out
and posters
a week ago, or so. It's all the art and the characters from all the Metal Slug games. So
they're doing a book on that.
It's made by SNK, so it's like the real deal. So they show the sketches before they turn them into sprites. They show concept arts of like monsters or vehicles or. Carrie, have you ever played the Metal Slug games?
Nope.
No, she went. They're platformers.
Oh yeah, it's sort of platformy as shooter. It's sort of like Contra
shooter. Yeah.
I've got a Metal Slug 4.
The animations on them are amazing. They're super fun to they're like animated characters.
Yes.
And
It's way more cartoony than like Contra.
very cartoony.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But really detailed.
You
and-
can really get lost in that game too, like especially if you don't have to put quarters in. You just like continue because you want to like see the next level.
And there's also branching
But
paths.
it goes on. It
too.
seems like it goes on forever though, man. Jeez.
That's usually 5 or 6 levels.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. But the book was really neat. I'll see if I can find a link to it. I want to pick it up just because it goes through every single Metal Slug game, and I like to see the concept art behind it and the sprites, and I don't know, just it was pretty neat.
Yeah, I love seeing the sketches turn into actual pixel art. It's really cool.
Yeah, let me see if I can find Metal Slug: The Ultimate History, I think it's called. Okay, I'm gonna put a link in the chat because it has some pictures you can see of the book. Some of the pages by Bitmap Books.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, if you click on some of the little images, you can see some of the pages. You can see some of the illustrations in there and things. But yeah, that's a book I want to pick up. Looks kind of fun. It's pretty thick, full color. So
Yeah, nice. That's cool.
yeah, looks like fun.
Fucking IRC.
Fucking Seabart. Oh wait, he's not even here.
He's trying to get his 2 working games turned on right now.
Right, he's doing his own. He's doing his
He's
own
fallen
repair
into
party.
my trap
Oh, I
perfectly.
see
yeah.
one just turned on. The marquee light
He's got
there.
he's got a halogen light in
Hey.
that marquee.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my god, it's glowing like that fucking.
It's a candle.
It's a shop light.
Well, it looks like that damn flasher on my Lord of the Rings. It's a strong yellow glow.
Check the other bulb.
What inspired
Yeah, exactly.
this? Why is he doing that?
Because I told him
what?
that when's the last time we saw his games on?
We're gonna do a repair show.
Yeah. It's to be our
I'm
butts
gonna
and
get
nobody
another
talking.
drink on that note.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm so my it hasn't been tested yet, but the fellow who is doing my repair work on my god awful power supply for ripoff said the work is done, but he needs to test it. So I'm hopeful. Although I'm gonna have to, like, I'm just waiting to find out. Like, okay, the board was bad, the power supply was bad. Please tell me that the monitor's okay. I don't want to have the trifecta of shitty things
Right.
that could
Basically
go wrong.
everything.
Yeah, on a
Is
game that
what kind of monitor is in that one? Is that
a weird, scary one
right?
because it's all black and white and vectory.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with the 6100s, but you look at the rest of them. I look at them and I'm like, what is that? What?
Yeah, and I swear there was some story about the Cinematronics. They designed them only to work with certain monitors or something like that. If you want them to work on a different, if you want to work on a different vector, you have to get some adapter or something.
I think yes. I think you are correct. So, like, I don't want to try to learn a whole new system. I mean, I if it's something simple like, hey, here's your cap kit, but I don't think it's ever simple with those damn things. I'm hopeful though that it won't, because it like it had life. Like when I had turned it on when I first got it, it did have life, so it wasn't totally dead. So I'm hopeful that once the power supply is working, and it's apparently the worst. So Cinematronics, I guess, had 3 different power supplies that they used, and this Zen Tech one or whatever it is known for being the worst because there's like a little circuit board on it. And you have to remove, I think, like some giant caps in order to even get to it. It's just the positioning of it. And they're supposed to be quite the bear, which is why I didn't even bother trying. Like, oh, you repair these? Here, make it okay.
Here you go.
It's a lazy girl version. I'll pay you money. Just make it work.
I've got boobs.
Yeah,
You went full
and
gack
cash.
mode on that.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, buddy, can you
Yeah,
help me
pretty
out
much.
here? Throw some
Pretty-
cash,
pretty
yeah, that
much.
helps.
Oh yeah. Yep. Exactly. Plus
Right.
cash. Yeah. A winning smile plus cash.
I didn't want Gak to feel lonely his first day back to work, so turn these on
shit.
Or
and
back to the Hangout.
I unplugged the
Oh, man,
PCB,
you got
the
some-
AR2, and the monitor on the command. That's about the only way I
See, and
trust
I
having
have
that
2
light on
marquee
right
lights
now.
out here right behind me. So yeah.
Gak makes
Replace those
marquee lights that you can
FS2s,
put
come
on
on
the
now.
wall. You
Yeah,
don't have
that's
to use
true.
a whole cabinet for that.
There you go. Yes, exactly.
Gak,
Always have those.
don't be afraid of marquees. They don't need a cap kit.
Right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Oh.
That's his specialty.
I would do a mic drop, but it's kind of attached to the arm here.
Hey, I do see 2 monitors up and running. Like that's
Yeah.
you should actually
Those-
rearrange your lineup there so that you can have those 2 right behind you.
Have you ever tried moving in an Atari?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
All the time.
exactly.
Yeah.
Many times.
Carpet floor. There's no sliders on those.
Well,
Why don't you
why
put
not?
sliders on
Put
them?
some fucking sliders on there.
Yeah.
I wanted to have Starship One working like 2 seconds after I got it home, but Yeah,
So
it tried
get
to
some
it tried to
sliders.
kill me with
Or fix
deadly
Star-
gas,
Or fix Starship
and not
One.
my own.
Yeah.
All
Or
right,
Gax.
let's all go in on a $12 pack of sliders for
Yeah,
Seabart.
exactly.
Yep.
We need a GoFundMe. It'll be an easy
Trust
one.
me, this carpet was trash from the about 2 seconds after it came in because it was the cheapest thing I could get in here.
Yeah, but those
So-
sliders work wonders,
It'll-
and
yeah,
they're better
it'll-
than nothing.
Yep. Yeah, the big plastic ones. Jim gave me that
Yeah.
because I used to use like the ones that just fit over the
You want the big dogs that are like
levelers.
the
Yeah,
size
the
of a
big-
grapefruit.
The plastic bottom ones, the big black things, like
Yeah.
4 inches wide.
Yes,
Yeah, those-
exactly.
Yeah,
Get the largest ones you can find.
that's
Yep.
what she said.
Yes, I can attest to that.
Jim, we have dirty
Nice.
minds. Will the two of us please admit that now?
No, yeah. No.
No.
That's why I'm. Yep. That explains
And
a lot.
that's why you're our soundboard engineer.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow, at least you had that one queued up.
Well, yeah. So I have to predict things, and so I have the palettes that are the popular ones, the ones I use the most common. So.
Predict, right?
Yes. Super. Oh.
All right, Mock, you talked about the Arcade Glow beer can.
Yeah.
So I grabbed a couple here recently. So this one is probably hard to make out, but it says Quarter Jam on it.
Oh, what's it on? Oh, it has an arcade machine.
Yeah. So this one
that's
was
cool.
actually a collaboration with the local brewery and Coin Out
And
Game Room.
Chance because it's purple.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a sour with grape. So it's like
Ooh,
it tastes
weird.
like candy or something.
Like a grape beer.
Ooh, that sounds.
Yeah, but sour.
Weird.
Though. So it's like, I mean, it
okay,
tastes like
it's
sour candy.
that
It's
sounds
great.
terrible.
Yeah, you're right.
And then
Well, I'm not a fan of the
it's
sours. Those are just nasty.
not
neither.
necessarily arcade, but it's an arcade name. Tempest.
Tempest,
So
the
great
wizard
Tempest.
shooting beams from his
Now I
hands.
just got to get
I
my
approve.
Tempest running so I can do a video. Yeah.
This is a cool looking can too. So
Yeah, for sure.
What's going on with your Tempest?
I don't know. I honestly haven't touched it in probably 4 or 5 years. I got it all rebuilt. I got the monitor rebuilt, and there was something going on with the power supply or the board or something. And his name was he was on KLV. He hasn't been on in years. Max Stang was his handle. He's out of Davis. Like he was a guru with vector stuff. But yeah, so I brought him the monitor and the power supply, I think, and he rebuilt both of those for me. And it worked great for like a year or so. But I moved it, and then it was like acting weird, and moved it again, and it wasn't working. So I don't know. It's tucked away over there somewhere. I probably just need to spend like a half hour tinkering around with it, and I'll get it running.
Right, like
It's
you know,
like-
a little deoxit in the connector
Yes,
or something
exactly,
like that,
yeah.
or maybe the
Yeah.
or you could just buy the $99 special
Yes.
mini one that's this tall. You can play that.
I'm thinking about getting that, so I can point at the machine like, yeah, it's fully working. It's right there. But it's
That's on
actually the
top.
one sitting on top, just like the Dragon's Lair. I'll have it sitting on top of my Dragon's Lair cabinet. which is
Mini
a
me.
Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I had a post for Jim I was going to send to him. They have a special they're running just for Jim.
just for Jim.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's Black Friday all week at New Wave Toys. $99.99 for a Street Fighter.
Well, that's how much they have the Tempest for, though,
Ooh.
right?
How do I play that
No,
online
it's usually
against other people?
120 or something like that.
The Street Fighter was 120 normally, probably, right?
New Wave Toys, Andrew, doing the Black Friday special for Street Fighter, the $99.99 special. for,
Can
That was
someone
the
send me
order
one of
price.
those for free so I can compare it to my joystick?
Yeah.
It's better than that because it's smaller.
Yeah.
Spoken like a white guy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're all
You get
taking
the point.
pictures of it with your cock right next to the machine. It just looks huge.
Here's for scale.
It's
Yeah.
1/6 scale. Come on.
Yeah. That's awful.
Jesus.
It's half the length of the machine.
Soft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Teabag it.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give out.
Just
your balls draped over the marquee.
What's on the top of it? Yeah.
Yeah, gross.
How's that for a topper? Ho 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 ho.
I'm gonna take a picture of it, send it to Necros.
That's how I'm gonna train Necros on Street Fighter. We're gonna have to play on this tiny cabinet.
Yeah.
If you could perform a combo on here, you could do it
Anywhere.
on any full size. Yeah.
I
I'd love to play Super Turbo on that.
I want to give a shout out to our buddy Carl. I love these little
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
They are gorgeous.
I use them every day.
Yep,
I use them every time I'm in the arcade room. So in fact I'm using it right now over here. For my blue drink.
Ooh.
Windex.
You're squeaky clean.
Yeah.
That's why he keeps freezing on us.
Shake.
Shake your moneymaker.
The shake.
Pretty soon that'll be Buffett's new screen. The girl will be gone. It'll be Mock.
He's Mock just doing this. The whole show.
Yeah. On loop.
with coins shooting out of his butt.
All right. So now that I think about it, so two things. One, is that supposed to be a let's not talk about it yet, or the circuit board you just got carried? Was it a gift or what was that?
Oh yeah, the big kit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No. I mean,
there's
no hiding because I think last week I talked about, or last time
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
I talked about getting the Ms. Pack. And
Yes.
So yes, then I got
I saw the picture you posted of that the other day, but so I was gonna say though, he's releasing 4 new games.
Yeah,
Crafty
let's
Mac.
talk about that.
So is it tomorrow night? I think actually he's releasing.
Yes, he said it was going to be Thanksgiving Eve.
This week.
Definitely a couple of them. I think
Is that an update he puts out on the site or something, and then you update, you flash it over? Okay.
Yeah. You're supposed to
It's
get
super-
the
it's super easy.
ROMs. You're supposed to get the ROMs at your own means because they're backups for your circuit boards that you own.
Actual
Right?
machines, yeah, 'cause we all own those circuit boards already.
Which of course, I've got eyes, so it's a nice
Exactly.
backup.
There you go. Yes. So
And you have
the one,
fantasy
and I
problems.
believe he got the circuit board from Coolmo Craig to test for a while was Eek. So we had Eek in the Prototype tournament a few years ago. And
I
we
gotta
got
look that
that
one up.
circuit board set from him to verify. I'm guessing, so you can have them side by side to compare them. But that's a super rare game, and I think it's kind of based on the Pac-Man hardware or something.
A lot of them are because that's
Yeah.
what it's.
I think it's the 2 main ones is Pac-Man hardware and Scramble hardware.
Yeah.
So Eek, super rare. I think it's pretty fun.
Too bad Crafty's not on here. Yeah.
Kind of, it's Halloween themed, so I've got a beer I want to pair with that game, by the way. So
no.
Yeah. No. It'll be a little late for Halloween, but that's all right. And then another one that I really enjoyed playing, but that was years ago, The End. So that's Carrie, I think you might actually like that one too, because it's kind of like Galaxy and Galaga-ish, sort of, kind of frantic. Andrew too, like the Moon Cresta or whatever.
Yep, Moon
I
Cresta.
want to say it kind of has that vibe.
Mhm.
The End.
Oh.
But yeah,
fun.
that's a great one.
I'll
And then
post
the other 2 games I think is you guys remember Crush Roller, right?
Mhm.
So
which is make
Like Amadar.
Make
or
Tracks,
what's,
yes.
Oh,
but
Make
that's
Tracks,
so the one you're talking about, Jimbo, that's kind of like Amadar is shoot, what's the name of that one?
Amadar?
No, I'm
no.
thinking of the one where you
His
draw
other
you draw
game.
the boxes.
Yes.
You're trying to
Or not, I
Fuck,
think
I
it
get
is
all those
Amadar.
names.
It's kind
I
of
thought
like
it's Amadar. Yeah.
Were you describing Amadar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
He
Crush
said
Roller to me
gameplay.
looked like it was
It's
Amadar. Or looked like,
triple punch. Is that what it's called? I think triple punch.
I
think
thought
that's
Crush
what it's
Roller was Amadar. It's just a different name they gave it.
called. No,
That's
Crush
what I was
Roller.
thinking.
Crush Roller, you're kind of like painting the ground as you go around the screen. But the one that's like Amidar, you're drawing squares around boxes.
Yeah,
to fill
Crush
them in.
Crush Roller is Make Tracks. That's the one
And
where
I
you're
think
like
it's
that.
called. I want to say it's called Triple Punch. Yeah, Triple Punch. So what he explained that I read was it's basically, you know, Amidar is super hard to me. We did that in one of our weekly tournaments a few years ago, a couple years ago. But Triple Punch, he said, is actually kind of an easier version of that. So you actually have like there's unlimited punches you can do. You can hit the other characters or something. But he said the screen actually scrolls. There's like kind of like Junior Pac-Man. How there's like double width screen and you can go back and forth. That it's kind of like that. So
I think Crush Roller was the Japan name, and the Americans got the Make Tracks.
Make Tracks was actually like licensed to Williams or something, wasn't it?
Maybe it was a licensing thing. I don't know.
But yeah. So, anyways, I believe those are releasing tomorrow night. So
that's like 30 some games. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I just ordered my bit kit from Crafty, and he said he's going to ship it out Friday.
Aaron told me he's been working, like one of his ongoing things is he wants to make one of his future versions Bluetooth. So you don't even need to plug it. Now, right now I'm just like Aaron. I have a USB cord comes up to the coin door, makes it way easy. So
do you just put in a flash drive or something to update it, or what?
No, you plug it into a laptop.
Yeah,
so there's an app.
Plug it into your laptop.
Yeah, there's a Windows.
So it's a USB cord you put between the two from your computer to the thing.
Yeah, so the BitKit has a USB-B, like a printer port, and then you plug the A version of the USB cable into your laptop or computer, and there's an app, and it'll detect it as a virtual serial port, basically, and then a COM port, and then it communicates. And so if you need to update the games or update your high score, or upload your high score, all that stuff is all within his really simple to use app.
So adding the games are pretty easy.
Very easy. The only little trick to that is you have to make sure you get the right ROMs.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to be labeled the right thing, and
I think he has instructions.
But yeah, and if you run into an issue, Aaron's really good at responding. So he'll be like, well, this is the exact version you need. He won't send you obviously a link or anything, but he'll be like, this is the version that you need, and if you whatever, he'll help you.
Well, since we have these boards already, we should just set up a Google Drive for all these, and we'll just throw them all in there.
Ixnay online.
Yeah, from the.
No, we own the boards
himself.
though. It's all right.
Yeah, you own like 6,000 boards from what I've heard.
Yeah, I've got every single game in my cabinet over here.
Yeah, your garage is amazing with boards.
Yeah,
it's like a library
filled with boards.
I'm holding my breath for the springtime release of Loverboy, on the bit kit. So.
Yeah, Loverboy on the bit
hardware, right?
Yeah, is that hardware?
It might be.
Yeah.
There was actually, I tagged him on something on Facebook recently. Somebody posted this game, and I'm like, that totally looks like it's basically Scramble but underwater. It's called 800 Fathoms. Like somebody posted this machine they just got, and I've heard of the game, but I never really seen gameplay. But he actually showed a quick clip, and it totally is like it. It's like an underwater version of Super Cobra or whatever. But so I tagged him on. I'm like, hey, is this Scramble hardware? And he's like, yep, sure enough, it is. Yeah. So I think one of the games on the BitKit is called Ab Scam, which is like sort of like a Pac-Man spinoff, but it's Scramble hardware also. So it's the same company that made Ab Scam made 800 Fathoms.
So Cockavision in chat is wondering why the fuck we won't just put Burger Time on the BitKit. I don't think that's the same hardware.
Burger Time is not the same hardware.
It used like a deco system or something with like a tape deck and shit.
Well, one version did.
Yeah, the other. Yeah. I think the other version is sort of like Super Pac-Man, is it? No, that's Junior Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man, similar. Is something like that. I can't remember. I want to say like
it is different.
Baby Pac-Man, and
it's not to say that he can't add new hardware, but it's you have to
has to
re-architect
build it,
the
yeah.
whole
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah, so he's got to stay within this like limit. So I
Right.
wonder how many more games can he squeeze out of this thing? Has he said there's many more, or is he
Well,
almost done?
Yeah, I think
It's
the thing
just
is
some-
that, like, yeah, he could do more. He could do different board layouts. He could do,
I mean, just with
other
the bit
stuff
kit
with
I'm
it.
talking about, though.
No, I know, yeah, but
Yeah.
so those updates, though, I think he could still add more hardware layouts to it if he wanted to.
Mhm.
The problem is, it's just a tremendous amount of work
And how many
to-
more sales is that going to bring in?
to
first time?
FPGA
Right.
all those boards, basically.
Yeah.
So he has the basic
Yes.
architecture for doing, the boards that are there. So it's just about versions of, what runs on that hardware.
I keep meaning to look for there's probably a spreadsheet that shows like the preferred controls for all the games. It seems like there's a mix. There's some are 8-way, some are 4-way.
Yeah,
I feel
that's why.
Like if I'm halfway tempted to get a second bit kit. It's like I have a
No, Gak,
4-way
that's
stick
exactly what
key.
I'm. Yep, that's exactly what my plan is. Eyes, it's 4-way.
Yep.
I've got my Warp cabinet in storage that's been bastardized. Those converted to a
So
Mr.
Warp's
Do.
an 8-way game.
Yes, and
Okay.
but I'm gonna revamp the control panel, and I'm just gonna turn that. I'm gonna basically make it centered, the joystick centered, and add 2 buttons, and that's gonna be my 8-way bit kit eventually.
Nice.
That's not gonna be for a long time until I get to that project. But I'm like, shit, I've got another Rockola cabinet project. Why don't I just use that for 8? Because I don't want to get away from the Wicco stick because it just I don't like how a micro switch stick feels because I have one of those that you can swap it or whatever, but it's just not worth it. I'd rather have 2 separate cabinets, one for 4-way, one for 8-way. And they're all vertical games at this point too.
Yes,
So
they are.
that's the other thing. You don't have to worry about that. So
I'm
secretly hoping to find a scramble cabinet. Then that's 8-way, 2 buttons.
if anyone can do it, it's you.
I'm excited about playing Beastie.
Yeah, you got the touch.
Or the glob.
Yeah, right.
I wanna,
Yeah,
you need to use that sling to your advantage now. Be like, I can always spot you. Yeah.
It's
Sorry, I didn't
right.
bring my-
Yes,
It's like Carrie's
I'm disabled.
Right? You just,
yeah.
like, oh, but the thing, and
I've been kind of working the
but the
kids
thing
now for a
is-
couple
$75.
months.
Yeah.
Gak, who's going to carve the turkey this year? Can you carve
Good
the turkey?
point. Yes.
I think Seth can manage now.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
gonna
a
do
big
it all
boy.
left. I'm gonna do it left-handed. It's like it's gonna go from like a 2-inch thick slab to like a 1/4 inch. So I'm slicing it all jagged.
Just big chunks. Yeah.
Yep.
And beating off, it's like you're cheating.
Oh,
Hey, left
Sorry,
hand, what you
Rosie.
doing there? Hey, that's my job.
what's the movie
But you
talking
know,
about
like
with the
Pac-Man,
Stranger
Miss
thing?
Pac-Man
Wow.
is a
So many less calluses on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
gosh.
soft.
Not very coordinated with it either. What's going on?
Whoa.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm sure he whacked it too. Yeah.
I've never jacked off to anything.
Yeah. Mom, I never.
Water's running all day long.
Oh, Gary. Yeah.
You told me you're combing your hair.
Mom, I never. Oh.
I've never jacked off. I've never jacked off. He's doing this.
No, no.
I've never jacked off to anything.
Oh,
Like
Seabar
one of the
went,
best
went
parts
dark
ever.
on us.
That's my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah. It wasn't just
all it's talking about jerking off. He's like, oh god damn.
He's like,
I
I just
gotta.
figured the curse was so bad it knocked out all of his games and his
What'd
electricity.
he do?
Or he
does
he
this button
clocked
do?
out but forgot to turn off his computer.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're gonna see some
Oh.
raunchy stuff here. Look
So
out.
He's not wearing
He's
pants.
bringing up the porn. He doesn't realize we're looking at him.
he doesn't have his
Not living
headphones
that.
on.
His arm does seem to be moving in a suspicious way.
Like, yeah, sliding the hand over, grabbing the lotion.
He did break the breaker. The breaker.
Oh wow!
no. Having those two games.
funny.
No wonder he doesn't have all his games.
He
on.
said it was because of his heater, though.
Oh,
It's a heater.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, the games aren't pulling that many amps, but a heater will pull a bunch.
So I guess
Yeah.
it's still working because it might be a laptop with a battery, maybe.
Must be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
The killer
Could be on a different surface.
Like that
The
YouTube
killer
punk
for
after
me that
dark with
happened, we-
Seabart.
we had a,
Dark with Seabart. I like that.
the killer for me here. We had a get together on the weekend before Halloween where my wife invited a bunch of her coworkers and I invited a few too. And but like maybe an hour before everybody showed up, my son got home from whatever he was doing and he plugs his car in. And I had all the games around. I'm like, all right, okay, it's dialed, we're all good. He plugs his car in and it's on the same circuit and it's like lost half everything.
Shit.
I'm like,
Oh,
damn it.
no.
Like, Seth, no charging your car tonight,
Yeah.
Tough shit.
Here's
You get to
some
push it
AA
tomorrow.
batteries. See how these
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Poor Seabart. He did get bit by the curse.
You did.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
In one way or the other. Yeah.
Yep.
Now he's initiated.
That's a little cold in my. I'm gonna have to get the heater for this room's starting to get cold now. So
I barely have my balcony door cracked.
What's
I
that?
barely have it. It's like this much cracked just so that the power cords can get in for my lights and stuff. And because it's so windy, I can I had to actually turn my heat on.
Oh,
I'm on the
wow.
second level of my part. Well, you know how hot it gets in here.
Oh
And
yeah.
so it's
Second
weird
level.
to actually
Yeah.
turn my heater on at all. The heat on. Yeah.
I bet it gets super hot in there.
That is
Yeah.
weird. We live a two-story house. Yeah, I go upstairs and the temperature is always like twice the
Yeah.
temperature.
Yeah.
Oh,
I almost
yeah.
never turn the heat
All the
on
heat goes up.
Yeah.
in my house.
Jim's surrounded by like 85-year-old Russian people who crank the heat all the time. So it's
And
this
And the
radiant-
hallways, you walk, it's like the hallways are like 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so yeah, it's really warm.
Jeez.
My office building's like that. I get in the morning sometimes, like 8 in the morning. It's like 78, 79 degrees. It's like, who the fuck sets the temperature?
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I love this time of the year because my electric
winter,
bill ends
not
up
in the
being like
summer.
50. Yeah, it's like 50 bucks a month because I have no AC, no heat, nothing is going.
Seabart got the electricity back on.
I have to say, so I had the two blackouts that have our two
Oh yeah.
PSPS, the plans, public safety power shutdowns. My PG&E bill last month, $17.
Whoa.
Wow.
Those
What?
fuckers, I would have rather paid all the money and not had experienced the blackouts. But I do appreciate that they gave us all credits. It were
Wow,
like it
crazy.
more than obviously what my
was
cost
it on
was.
your statement? Did it say where?
They
for the
said
time
that they
it
were
was
gonna
off.
they were gonna do it, and people reported, everybody around were reporting that on Nextdoor about whoa, my my bill was so low. So yeah, PG&E said that they were going to credit people for the days or something. But yeah, it's clearly more than just not like $17. That was nice.
They get the dinger.
I liked that part, but they still need to get their shit together. It'll just take time.
For the other stuff.
Fuck you!
Yeah, for the sorry we didn't bury our wires all those years ago. Now
Yes.
we're gonna try not to
exactly.
burn down the state while we fix that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake.
Could be worse. It could have been an
Yes,
EF2 tornado.
That's
That
true. I
was
don't
a-
even know what an EF2 tornado is. I know what a tornado is, and
It's
I
enough
was
to
at risk of a
paralyze
shark
I know what an
attack today.
F5 tornado is because of the movie Twister.
Yeah.
The greatest pinball machine ever, too.
Yeah.
An EF2 tornado is enough to black out half of a major city
Oh.
for 52 hours.
Oh,
Plus
damn.
tax.
That's not
Yeah.
fun.
No, it was not.
No.
Gleek is going to bed.
But if you
That's cool.
but see, Bart, if you had your water during that period, my sympathy level for you drops tremendously.
No comment, but the water supply went down to 20% of usable.
Okay, if you were still able to, like, wash your hands and flush a toilet, you were doing better than me.
So what you're saying is me, Jim, Andrew, and Buffett need to go down there and install a generator at your house?
I am in the midst of trying to figure out the generator thing. I thought that my house was generator ready, and it turns out it was not. So.
Most houses aren't. You need to figure out what you need to power.
Well,
so for
well,
you, it's fridge, lights,
yeah,
heating.
no. I mean, that's no. So my house came wired, and I was told here's the plug. It's wired, ready for a generator. So it's not just that, like,
Probably not.
hey, I thought I was like, I have a plug coming out of my house, but it's not apparently. It's
You're on well water, correct?
Correct, and that's the issue. Like, I can't just plug in my well. I mean, I can, other things you can run.
You need go to the hardware store and get a generator that can power your standard household well.
Well, I need to be able to connect the well to the generator.
Yep.
So that's
most people.
But the house was supposed to have been wired for it and with the plug, but there's an issue with it. So I have to get an electrician out here. Bottom line.
Funny question: that plug where it connects into your house, is there an interlock switch to prevent power from going back into the power grid?
Well, and that's part of the issue with I mean, it's the plug that they supplied is something that actually is used in theater and on like construction sites, and so it doesn't
50 amp twist lock.
Yep, that's it. So it's not what it.
And it goes into the back end of a breaker, but there's no way to shut off keep the supply deactivated as that breaker is active. And that has killed many a lineman. So people, please, if you have a generator, don't use those mel-to-mel plugs and go, the guy at Home Depot said it will work. You're going to kill someone up the line who's trying to get your power back on.
Yeah. So it was not exactly what it was. It was not a, oh, hey, look I got a generator. I actually picked out a generator and then went, oh, wait a minute, this isn't right. So yes, I will be getting on a generator, but it's nothing that these guys can help me with. It's something that an electrician.
Well, no, we need. Well, that's why I said we need 34 and Jim to lift the new generator onto the pad and Buffett to run the wiring. And
I have no pad, so we need somebody. We need Keith to pour me a pad.
Okay, now we need Keith. Come on, now that's a lot of beer and wine.
Yeah. So by next year when we're doing this, the plan is I'll have a generator by then. But we just had a bunch of rain, so we're good for this year. So I have 9 months to try to figure it out.
You have a sub pump?
No.
Okay. Oh, you're California. That just spare water just evaporates.
What?
Well, not by the ocean.
It just goes to Southern California.
No, it's huge. It's crazy. Humid
dry.
Here.
Yeah.
No, it's
dry. That's not dry.
It's dry here. It's not dry there.
Well,
yeah.
Hey.
I'd send you my moisture.
Good news, Andrew and Gak. I turn on my games. I plug in my space heater in the bathroom, and I blew out.
A little damp.
We'll have to take that out in post. That sounded dirty.
Orange Whip, edit this out. Timestamp will be sent to you in the usual debrief.
Yeah, exactly.
But
he'll get right on that.
Luckily, when I turn my games on and then I decide, hey, let's go plug in the space here in the bathroom. I don't have to go outside. I just have to go down 2 flights of stairs and move a coffee table out of the way and move the dartboard game away, and then
rub it out. I don't know where it was going. Left hand or right?
That's all I could think.
Cheater,
all
don't
I have to do is just rearrange this. God, my breakers are inside.
It's a Seabart story, Mad Lib.
Yeah.
Hey, bada, swing
a Kennedy. Swing bada.
Swing
yes.
bata.
Shit. Yeah, I'm bummed. I can't make a Street Fighter tournament one of the weekends in December. That was just scheduled because I'll be in California. So no extra gift certificates earned.
See,
Hey,
if
you
you had
probably-
the,
up, down.
Damn it.
You probably pulled in a couple $100 off those, haven't you?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
see, if you had your own mini cabinet, you could take to California, start your own tournament with everybody
Nice
around you.
done, Mom.
No, wouldn't that be
Nice
something? A tournament all using the fucking
Oh my
little
God.
little cabinets.
That could almost be a
But-
Nat game.
Yeah.
But then that begs the question: do you allow fight sticks because they have USB ports for that? Right?
I don't think you can. Can you? I don't think you can do the buttons though, right, Andrew? I don't think you can
Mock, I got it. If
you can't map them.
map them. Yeah, can you map them? I don't.
Well,
know if
I
you
would
can.
I would assume that they're just default, like they're. Well, I don't know.
Defaulted
That's a good
correctly?
question.
I don't
That's a
know.
good
Mock, I got
question.
one. If you wear glasses, you have to take them off. But the people that don't need glasses have
Have to put
Have
them
to
on.
wear them.
Oh
That's how you do the game. For us old
Bravo!
geezers,
That's a
man.
no! Someone has bottleneck glasses.
that's
you
a
guys seen-
genius idea.
It's
That
hilarious. Have you seen one of those like
Man.
Japanese game shows where like they're playing soccer, but they have to wear these like super thick glasses? They're
Budweiser.
they're binoculars. They tape binoculars
Oh.
onto a headset thing, and they're trying to kick balls with binoculars on. It's freaking hilarious, man. They're just like missing
Oh,
it,
that's
falling
great.
on their back and stuff. It's great.
Very tasty
So
and
like a
delicious.
version of that, but playing games, right?
That is a great idea.
Here is gift for you.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out something.
I like the glasses, no glasses. That sounds like fun.
I'd lose in about 2 seconds.
Right? Yeah.
My vision's not that bad.
Yeah.
Budweiser.
Yeah. Was this a Coke? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
3 inches away from my face, Budweiser in like size 18 font.
Oh, the Gleek posted a video of the Japanese binocular soccer.
Oh my God!
Irish
So Andrew and Mock, I gotta say, well, and probably Gak a little bit too, but mostly you. I'm working on an intro animation for one of the segments of our company, for Works this year's holiday video, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
And so I'm working on the title. I've got the animation done. I'm working on the title. I'm going through. I'm in After Effects. And ultimately, I installed some new fonts, but I'm going through all the fonts. I came across Comic Sans. I just started laughing. I was just thinking of you guys. I was like, I'm looking at these fonts. I'm like, I wonder how many of those guys could recognize. And I'm like, probably this one, this one, this one. You know,
Yeah.
like the common ones, like Fernanda and all these. You know, like. And I'm
That's
just
why
like,
I love
Times
that.
Roman or whatever that is.
I love
Yeah,
that
yep.
that meme where it's like what is it? Graphic design is my passion.
Yeah.
And it's just like a rainbow background with Comic Sans that says that, and then,
Yeah.
then some shitty like clip art thrown on of like of a cat or a
that's all.
unicorn or
That's
something.
all I could think of because I'm making this animation and I'm like, I need the right font. It needs to be kind of magician mystery because the word that I was looking for, the font for, what the word was mystery, and I'm like, I need something good, and ultimately. I used like either someone created a Harry Potter type font or something that looked right. But I was going through all the fonts that I already had, and I just started laughing because I'm like, I wonder how many of those guys would pick up.
A fair bit. I actually look at a lot of menus and stuff like that at restaurants and critique their font choices. It's like,
oh yeah, my daughter does that all the time. I hate this font. I can't even eat there.
I'm not quite that judgy, but yeah.
Well, she's an art major, you know. So okay, I
Yeah.
posted it. I posted it in the
So she's
in
gonna be
the
living at
Slack.
home with you for a long time.
Yeah. I know.
And it's
I
a
said
talent.
Carrie's got experience. Yeah,
I got experience. Yeah.
I don't mind. I mean, I like having her because I know when she moves out, that's it. She'll be out forever. So, I mean, she's 23, so I'm gonna keep her there as long as I can.
My
Yeah,
son's
never say
for the
never
most
say
part
never.
moving out in January.
What?
What's that? Yeah.
My son Seth is for the most part moving out in January.
Oh,
Really?
wow. Is he?
Well,
Oh.
college. He's going off to college.
Oh, you're sending him
I-
off.
Well, but
Wow.
but he'll
That's more
boomerang
room
back
for
from
arcades,
college.
guys.
Yeah.
See,
More
I,
room
I
for
thought
the
arcades.
college
I
thing's
thought I was out
temporary.
forever too, and then the fucking recession in 2009, 2010 or whatever.
That's what they're there
killed-
for, though.
killed my
It's-
job.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm kind of looking forward to.
Oh.
He's going to Reno, so UNR in Reno. So it's about a 2-hour drive from here. But it's like, all right, dude. As soon as you're 21, you're gonna be my beer mule out there.
Can you
Well, I'm
tell
just
him to
thinking,
go?
there's a lot of
Beers for me,
games. And
so-
there's good price
There
games
is,
in Reno.
yes.
So
Yeah, go
that's-
tell him.
out there,
Go tell
yeah.
him to raid and make friends with
Yeah.
Drewster out there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, actually,
And,
yeah. I
Paul's out there too. Yeah, both those guys. are good guys.
Seth's a good kid. Maybe I could get him to pick me. Hey,
There we
Seth,
go.
can you,
Yeah.
there's can you pick up and hold for
Hook
me?
up a trailer on the back of his Chevy Bolt or Volt. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yes,
It could be worse. It could be a Tesla truck.
I'll take a big blue cabinet and a
Worse,
truck.
fuck off. No.
By the way, thanks
I
for
like-
posting that truck, Gak. I didn't want to like. I was just like,
Right.
oh fuck.
I
that's
knew it
too
was
much.
pricey, but yeah.
I love the memes that are already coming out on that. They have one
Yes.
of Star Fox in front of it. So I'll do a
Yes.
barrel roll.
Yes. Or
The weird,
Yeah.
so there's
like,
a
voices.
there's a 720 one, and there's a I think a hard driving one also where they show those
It looks like
kind of
old
memes.
Polygon.
Because the 720 one, they're on the
That's a
streets,
great-
there's
I
like this
love
car
that
That's right. There
person.
is. Yeah, there is like the ramp car that like looks.
Somebody
like
somebody cut it
Wow.
out. Cut out the car and he put the background of from hard driving.
Yes. that-
Perfect.
Yep, exactly. Yep. I saw someone else do one that was like Cruising USA or something. You know, like how it's like
Yeah.
goes up on a lift and you can select the car or whatever. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's not for me, but I can see why people would like something so different. I mean, that's what they're all about, is just being so different, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's just, to me, I just don't think it's. I don't know. It's not.
Well, first
it's not
Hi,
my-
off,
Wendy.
It's kind of first off, you want to. You're like a truck
Andrew,
kind of
say hi to
person. You
Wendy
like
for me.
having
Hi,
fun.
Wendy.
Hi,
Hi, Wendy.
Are we being too loud?
no, I was being asked to take the Fred out.
Oh.
And where the kitten was, and so the kitten is on the bed behind me right there.
Aw.
Wow, that's a good.
Aw,
That's like a
cute.
king size bed for that
I
cat.
know,
This
it's
is so
huge.
cute.
Yeah.
And it's so soft. Every time she touches it, she's like,
Instant poops just come right
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
Right.
How long have you had that kitten, Andrew?
Today.
Because you got two of them at
6
the
months.
same time.
Yeah, brother
You
and
got
sister.
Oh, okay.
You got the two, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they were rescued from some alley like a few blocks
Oh.
away, and yeah.
Cool.
By the way, Andrew, we're
Awesome.
me and Carrie were visiting my good friend Al, one of my best friends, this last weekend, and his little tiny. He's got a little dog. What is it? It's a cross between like what would you say?
Oh, it's I know it's part poodle.
Part
But
little
I
tiny
forgot-
thing.
yeah,
But he had the little cone over his
Oh.
head, and his
Shih
like
Tzu?
one of his feet was wrapped up in a sock because he had injured it or whatever. It just reminded me of all of your
Yeah.
cat.
Oh, that's cute.
It's because he's just like, ooh, he's got a little a little head.
The
Oh,
It's like an all, yeah.
You're a little martini.
Yep.
Yeah.
The cone of silence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cone of shame, I think is like,
Right,
yeah.
yeah. From up.
It's a dunce cone. he has to sit in the corner.
Oh, you need to use something to get them to not gnaw their.
Yeah, no other
That's-
cats ever swat at me as I'm peeing. You know.
Oh, I know. She wants
That
to
was
touch.
the trip.
Yeah, I want to get in on this. Yeah.
Well,
That's funny.
And
No.
I'm pretty sure that the whole reason for that was because when I taught her how to use the toilet, like as a kitten, so like I would go into the bathroom every time she would go to use the toilet and then help her, find her way up onto the seat.
Train her, yeah.
So eventually she could because they had like the litter box in the toilet thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
cat
right.
trainer
Yeah,
kit.
Yeah.
The kit.
So,
yeah.
but I was
The kit.
involved every time
No,
she went
there's
to
a
the
kit.
bathroom.
That's part of the kit.
I never had a kit. I just got the cardboard one.
Oh, no.
It's like
Oh, really?
It's like a
I thought-
disposable litter box, and it's a cardboard litter box. Basically, you just cut it kind of in half, so
New
that
old
you can
stock.
shape it to the right size, and then put it in, and then put the flushable litter in it.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
So, but the thing was, is like
They
she
make
would go to the
flushable
bathroom.
litter? Wow.
Yeah, they do, and it's not very good, but There you go.
10-1, not septic safe.
Yeah.
I was on a sewer system, so yeah, I wasn't worried about septic. But anyway, so I would go into the bathroom with her every time she went, and help her kind of like step up onto the toilet seat, because that's the hard part, is balancing on the the banked toilet seat. So I attribute that to the fact that she wanted to be involved in the toilet every time someone went to the bathroom.
That's so funny.
I want to be involved.
Funny.
Yeah, she
That's both of my
she was like,
cats.
"Oh wait, well, you need to be involved with me going to the bathroom, so obviously I need to be."
Watch this.
Yeah, yeah, right. It's turnabout is fair play.
Right.
You can help me wipe, but no claws.
That's right.
Did you do that training with these cats? Or
I
they're just-
didn't, because I can't leave the toilet seat up because of dogs.
Oh yeah.
So I don't want to encourage the dogs to
Oh,
drink out of the toilet. So yeah, especially if there's cat pee and poo in there.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, and the cat poo is darn tasty if you're a dog.
Ew.
Delicious, especially if it's got the
Yeah.
the nougat on the outside.
Oh.
on the
Yeah,
box.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Very
cat
tasty
digestion.
and delicious.
My wife.
My memory
Cats don't-
is kind of blurry, but I'm pretty sure I've been at a house party where like the reverse of that happened. A human used a kitty litter box.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's upper decker
Number
level.
one, not number two. Number one.
That's
Number
the
one.
boner material right there.
Oh,
Number
my
one is
God.
bad enough anyway. It's like you're basically gonna fill it
I
up.
know
like
it's like
a bucket.
half of it is like
Yeah.
It'll be all
hard.
piss.
oh heck, no.
How's it taste,
The
motherfucker?
whole thing's
Especially at a party where you're drinking a bunch of beer, you're totally gonna fill that box up.
Ew.
Oh, Joe Rogan, he's crazy.
And the clumpy sand all becomes one giant clump,
thing.
like a candy bar.
I'll just say I used to run with a crew that used to do a bunch of fucked up things at house
Yeah.
parties, So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So my wife went and paid for this $500 kitty litter machine. Have you heard?
Holy shit.
Like the on-
Five
Literally,
Like the-
holy shit.
No, he's done.
Yeah.
The maid,
Give him
the
a second.
Mary Maid one or whatever it is.
Give him a second. He'll come back. He's got to get the breaker.
Hey,
Oh,
now.
this is a long one.
This is a long- yeah, that's what she said.
He's continuing on with his story.
No, I'm not. I just
There you go.
every-
Okay.
everything froze for me.
Yep, that's true.
I don't know what's going on with my internet.
Comcast.
How about some more beans, Mr.
Anyway,
You've had enough.
so it looks like it has like this round. Let me see if I can find a picture of it. But the whole entire thing rotates, and the sand goes into a little pocket. But the poops get screened out, and then when it rotates, all the poops go into this hole, and then when it rotates back, it covers the hole, so you can't smell it. And then once a week, you
How
empty
can
the
you
tray.
keep talking without laughing? Like anytime I start talking about poop,
He has
like,
a cleaner
I can't.
mind than us,
Yeah.
Jim. That's
I'll
right.
see if I can find a
Wow.
picture of it.
Does
but
it,
it's
so does
awesome.
it work?
It works great.
Oh, that's
It's-
awesome.
it's worth every penny.
Wayne.
Yeah, nice.
Because you only have
only-
to empty it once a
But it's-
week and you don't
but-
smell it.
But it's $500.
That-
It's so expensive, but it's so.
Those are some pricey shits.
But yeah, if you look at it over the years that you're going to have the thing in use.
Here, I'll show you.
Oh, that was the whole argument for doing the teach her how to use the toilet.
Okay, I'm
Was
gonna
the amount of
post-
money you save over the
I'm posting a little
I
video.
switched
but
to
just-
Geico.
Yeah.
15
that's
years
true.
of their lives. How many
15
hundreds
years
of
could
pounds
save you
of-
50% or more
Yeah.
on your poop insurance.
So that sort of reminds me. I don't know, Mock and Carrie, if you guys, if
Ah.
your kids
Okay.
were too old at that point, but they used to have this like diaper. They still do it. It's like when you have babies and you have the diapers and you put it in this machine. And you,
Oh
like,
yeah, the
twist
diaper
top.
genie.
Yes, the diaper genie. Yes.
I
So then when you go to throw it away, it's like
Prince
this big
Ali,
old long,
yes,
like,
it is.
like sausages.
Yeah, it's like a sausage link with a
Yeah.
bunch of diapers
It's
and garbage
awesome.
bags.
It's such an awesome invention.
Yeah,
'cause
so
you
it's
don't-
like this endless tube of
Yep.
plastic bag.
It's a tube, and they twist. Yeah, because you twisted it when you put each diaper in. You twist
Like
it.
a little
Yeah.
poo
then-
sausage kind of thing.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
poo
a diaper,
sausages.
right? Yes, exactly.
But they're also
Wow.
you throw
So you
that
push
in
your
the
diaper-
dumpster.
It's got like this
or
kind of orifice thing that you push your diaper down into, and then you spin the top, and it kind of seals it into its own little sausage link.
Remember how
Real-
to do
real
it
quick, you
big
guys,
and
go
change it
click
at
the
the
link.
end of the day.
Click the link that I posted in IRC and jump to 1 minute and 6 seconds so you can see this thing work. $500 cat sandbox, but it's freaking amazing because it has
boners.
You'll see that it how it
Pushes your
stiffs the
stool. Nice.
clumps and then rotates back into place. Even has a little nightlight for the cat.
So it's like it's like
that's necessary.
No, it's
For
not a
an
light
animal
light.
that can
It's a
fucking-
shit light.
The animal that can see in the fucking dark.
It's actually more for me to see if the thing's working all right, and there's those clumps
so
in
it's
there.
like robotic. So it's like robotic, right?
It's censored by weight. So you hit the reset button so it knows how much weight it's starting with. And as it goes and fills up, with the clumps or the pee, the weight, it gets to a certain point, then it'll start blinking that you need to change it out. And that's usually in about a week.
I can picture
Week
once
and
in
a
a
half.
while. I can picture once in a while those things malfunction. And it's just like throwing shit everywhere in the room.
No, it's not that fast.
Yeah,
it goes to reverse
like
super
a
fast.
like a cat in a dryer, just
But
covered in his shit. And
Yeah.
piss.
They're way advanced though in Japan because now they have lights and they like wipe their ass and they like it's all real fancy. It's like the
they
toilets,
warm the kitty litter.
So look
There's
at
music that plays and
Look at the video, like at 1 minute and 9 seconds, you can see how the sand will disappear into the sifter, and then the clumps go on top of that, and then as it keeps rotating, it dumps it into the bottom tray that you pull out later.
How often do you have to take it apart to clean all the poop out of the
Yes,
grates
exactly.
inside the?
It's probably overdue for cleaning now. About
sure.
once a year, you probably should do it.
I remember there was one back in like the early 2000s that was
really good
like
though.
that, where it would fingers kind of basically would come up underneath, and scoop all that stuff into.
That's the one that Joel had. Joel had one of those.
Yeah,
but all the fingers get filled with
but they're
tons of
just
shit.
full of shit. So it's like
I
basically
don't
it's
like that one.
It's like you have
See,
to.
this one
do a
uses
bunch of-
gravity.
It's like I'll just get the little scoop thing.
No,
and
this
just
one
put it away before I have to
uses-
tear it apart. Just close it off.
And this
Jim,
will
turn
have
it
some
off.
fun if it stops raining.
Okay, well, as it rotates,
Kill it, Jim,
the poops
kill it.
start to float.
Kill it,
on top-
tiger.
Yes.
Quiet. Let the man speak.
Yes.
We're talking about poop here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
This
What
is
do you
important
expect?
shit.
Jim, this
As
is
it's
our forte.
rotating.
Let him speak.
As
This
it's
is
rotating.
important. It's 12:30.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Shut up.
Mog,
it's
your name is Mog.
rotating-
That's Jim.
The poop is floating on top of the sand, not grabbing the fingers like
Okay.
Joel's did.
Yeah.
So as it's floating on top of that sand and it's rotating, we see it in the video. It just slides right into the hole trap. That's the tray. See the black footstep for the cats?
Yeah.
That's the tray you pull out.
How
And
can
it's
I
actually
be
a
quiet
plastic
right now?
liner in there.
There's
You just go
huge
whoop and take it away and throw it in the garbage. And it's like every week or a week and a half you have to empty it. And then you just
Huge
put
money
more
in
sand
current
in and you
technology.
reset it. And it's the best. I was pissed when my wife goes, I just spent $500 on a cat litter box. I'm like, what?
I would be annoyed.
But
That's
as we
what
started
we
using
call
it,
an
it's
investment.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's just so awesome. Yeah, it is really cool.
I'm sure
It's the
you
most
guys have
amazing
seen-
shit machine ever. Yeah.
I'm sure you guys have seen the video of those iRoomba, the floor vacuums,
iRobot.
where like the guy gets home and his dog had like runny shits, and it just smeared it all over everywhere in the house.
Oh yeah, that's
They
I used to
didn't
have a Roomba.
recognize it.
Yeah, it
As
does that.
soon
They
as
just,
you
like,
said
Put
it,
shit all over the carpet, all over the
I had that
kitchen
happen to me
floor.
twice.
You can see exactly where it's been the
Yeah,
whole day.
Yes.
yep. Until it runs out
I
of
was
poop
like, oh.
to draw.
Yeah.
I had that happen twice in the house when the dog kept pooping
Did
in
you?
the house.
Oh.
Yeah, with my Roomba, and it all gets inside the gears and shit inside the Roomba. You gotta use a toothbrush and scrape it all out and shit. Oh, it's awful. And the Roomba smells like shit forever.
Yeah.
So it's like after that happened twice, I put the Roomba away. Now it's in storage until we figure out because Patty won't let the dog stay in the backyard during the day. So the dog always poops in the living room every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Oh wow.
That carpet is just
Okay.
awful. Yeah. I'm sure she's just happy that I'm talking about this on
Yeah,
the
every time
internet.
it's
Yeah,
every,
you're
every time it's
airing your-
raining outside, our dogs there's like an area rug in the front living room.
I
like,
don't even
never
go in the
fails,
living room
man.
unless I have to. I hate
They don't go anywhere else in the house, just that one area rug. It's like,
yeah, it's always in the same
Yeah.
exact spot too.
Yeah,
I want
it
to tear
is.
that rug out. It probably looks like a swamp under there.
I literally
Oh, so
did
it's
that
like
with
carpet, not a rug.
with my
It's
yeah
a
with
carpet,
my
yeah,
I
yeah.
have like the area rug in my living room, and there was when Zadie was a puppy, she peed there, and then that just kind of opened up the door for whenever if they could make it outside they would, but if like somebody was sick that's where we're going. So literally, I don't know if you can see it. So it's real classy. See that I just cut it away.
Cut it.
Like,
There you go.
I
like that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
cut it out.
I couldn't clean, and there was one other spot here, and I just couldn't clean it anymore.
That's great.
But you know what? It made
shaggy.
it right. It made it. Yeah.
Show title: Carrie trims her rug.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh,
I
wow.
need show titles.
Bart, don't do show titles anymore.
Yeah. But and
So-
you can tell that it is very long and I mean it's a really like it's a shag rug, and there's nothing I could do to clean it. I'm like, you know what? It's just but since I took it out, that hasn't happened. So it was restricted to
I like that. You
that
just cut
area.
out the problem. I want to do that too.
But I
only
did
get
rid
a
the whole
razor
rug.
blade and just cut out the poo
Yeah,
area.
I got a
Just then
box cutter.
Poops right on the concrete.
Yep.
Yeah, no, before you guys came over, when you guys came over for the San Diego thing, we actually purchased like a rug doctor type machine. So when we're having guests come over, we fully shampoo I did it like 2 or 3 times in the living room. Get it back to like normalcy, you know, because Gak was going to be sleeping on that couch.
Oh, that's right.
In the living room. And I don't know, did you smell any like dog pee and stuff while you're sleeping there?
Man, I was drunk. I don't smell
Well, good.
I sleep in the litter box when I'm drunk.
I go sleep next to the litter box.
Yeah. Exactly.
Put my head in.
Wake up and
like
his head's just in a fucking litter box and spinning around.
I'm like, fuck, man, the room's slowly spinning all night.
Poops are hitting me in the forehead.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Fucking Roomba, that's a terrible story.
Yes,
oh yeah, that Roomba, man. It bummed me out because the thing worked great. It worked so good. You know, it was just it was a great, you know, I had it running in the arcade room for a little bit, but then it was getting caught on the cables, the cables for the machines.
Oh, it doesn't learn that part.
Well, you got to set up barriers with the barrier things, but then it gets to be a hassle. So that room, it didn't work. I mean, that room's so quick to vacuum anyway. So it's like, fuck it.
Right.
But yeah, I like the fact that it goes back to its home and gets recharged every day, and it blinks when it's ready to be like emptied. And it was a great invention. Just I got to wait till we figure out a solution for the dog pooping in the living room every day.
Well, I mean, I love my Roomba, but I only run it when like I am there to set it off. I don't.
Oh, really? Because I don't like hearing the noise all day. It doesn't bother you?
Yeah.
You can set a timer on some of them.
Yeah,
no,
well,
you can tell it. Yeah, you can tell it.
You can tell it, but I think that's the issue, is that it was doing its thing when they were gone, and so then the dog poop was there. I'll step out, like it'll be like if I'm doing yard work or something like that, or I'm maybe in the other room, because I don't like to be in the same room with it. It is loud, but I don't usually have it. Yeah, it's not an everyday, and it would be something where I'm still home.
Kitty.
Somebody linked the video in the chat. The room.
You're welcome.
Watch it. Oh god, that's hilarious. Just what your pets do when you're not around.
But at least that's on hard floor. Mine was all over the carpet. So I have this carpet poo line everywhere.
Cleaning carpet is a lot harder than cleaning a hard surface.
It took a long time to clean. You see the poop in the hallway at about the 33-second mark.
So
there it comes. It's going for the poo. There it goes. Oh no.
God, it shows the dog taking a crap too.
Yeah.
So the owner at my work, he's got a giant Rottweiler, right? And his wife brings in the dog all the time. Ooh. Very nice dog. It gets a little aggressive sometimes, but it's fine. He was on some kind of medication, right? And he was having some poop problems. And they were like, got to keep an eye on him. And the owner's standing there talking to us and having a conversation. And then he goes to turn around and open the door to the lunchroom. And he like steps over and he's like, God damn it. I fucking stepped in his shit, right? Like it's all dusted. And it's like, seriously, like 8 feet from our desk. We're like, God, it stinks in here so bad now,
Oh, no.
But there was there's security cameras all over in our office. So they got the video of him, like the dog. My coworker edited it, so it's like all in slow motion where the dog's looking at the owner, and just kind of like squatting, like literally like 2 feet behind him, just like taking a big old shit. Right. I'm like, oh God, how embarrassing.
And that kind of dog, that's not your normal
That
small
is a
poop.
huge
That's
shit,
a
yeah.
Sizable.
big poop.
I mean, the dog's like 130 pounds or something. Yeah. Yep.
That's little.
There's a ton of videos on YouTube of Roombas running over dogs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is like a black
So
hole.
Getting back to Mock's thing about the thing getting caught in cables and whatnot. We had 2 iRobots and a Roomba where I used to work up here at the arcade, and we would set them loose at night. They were low enough for the ground. They wouldn't set off motion detectors and whatnot. And we had this hard problem of they wouldn't clean the carpets to save me fucking time.
So I'm just watching the next video.
Yeah, that's what
it's a much bigger.
I know, right?
So that's still over hard floor though. It's like
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
The iRobots,
a huge pile of shit from
I know it's bad.
Dog size.
Night Flyer, you bastard. So I'm trying to get through this. I swear.
You're gonna have to move your fucking sofas and shit like that to get all the crap out.
Yeah.
And that's
And
the
it
problem
keeps
with
going back because it thinks, oh, there's like dirt here.
dirt detect pathfinding.
Man drops his shit. The other man slips in it. I've seen that video. That's so gross. The guy gets off the escalator and the shit falls out of his shorts. And then the other guy gets off the elevator and he slips on it. Slips on
I need to take a photo of
Necros posted it.
Oh, that was Necros?
Frank.
Okay. I thought it was Night Flyers. Man drops his
Shorts.
I'm just reading the title and I kind of need to see that later.
That's so gross.
But anyway, so the 2 iRobots would get caught underneath the arcade games, and we'd have to go hunting for them every morning to find the things because they get stuck on one little cable, either a power cable or a cross connect cable for if it's a racing game. They have the little RJ45 cross connect cable, and it'll get stuck on any freaking one of those. It was a game every morning. That's it. That's I can't do it. It's not Google.
On.
Dang.
Just
But
tell
the
Tim to shut up.
Roomba,
No,
the
only
Roomba,
you can
the
do
way
that,
it works
Mock.
is it will trace the walls, but it'll never trace the walls.
when you're
the
talking
same
about
way.
poop.
Jimbo, Jesus, come on now. 2 more
I'm
seconds.
Jimbo
That's
Jesus.
all I need.
I am fucking I'm very divine.
Where's the ceiling fan with the light?
ceiling fan?
Jimbo
light?
Jesus.
Oh, that. Oh,
There you
I
go.
get it. I get it. Sorry,
Oh, that took
that
the
was
whole
relevant.
2.5
but
seconds.
Somebody did.
But the iRobots, Roombas, the one Roomba we had, it would pathfind around the circumference. It would never clean the field. So every morning it was easy to find it. It would be in the girls' bathroom because it would get stuck underneath the counter. And the shadows from the night lighting would prevent it from pathfinding its way out. Long and short, you can get a really nice, cheap vacuum. Just do your own carpets. You don't need technology to do everything.
But it doesn't. It just runs randomly. It doesn't find paths or anything like that.
Exactly.
It just kinda goes all over.
Some of them will do the walls. Some will just do whatever.
It's supposed to
you
learn
want.
your room, and eventually, what it'll do, it'll start just going in like a spiral, and then it starts hitting things and going random. So it does.
Yeah.
It does different. It has different programs built into it, and it's supposedly over a week's time, it learns your room.
Maybe in 4 years, it might learn
Dance
2 walls.
Yeah, exactly. Good cha-cha.
Oh, and there he goes.
Nice.
He's gone again.
I froze. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're back.
My internet connection is unstable. That's what it keeps saying.
No, he gets
Comcast.
nervous every once in a while.
He's got a kill switch. He's got a leg switch.
Speedtest.net.
Andrew, do you remember that one show where we're like, let's all like
yeah,
time a freeze?
Yeah.
That worked.
But you had to cop a stupid face.
Yeah.
Because like it would be a face that you wouldn't. You
Oh,
know.
come on. We just
It'd be like
Jim.
this.
I caught on, Jim.
It's like with the internet. I have 115 megabytes per second, but all of a sudden it'll drop to 0 for like a second, and then it goes back again. It's like,
Right. Yeah. It's
why?
just
That means somebody else in the neighborhood is like probably downloading something.
Porn.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
they got
VR
porn.
porn. Mock. It's
The
VR
internet
porn.
is for
Just
porn.
admit that it's
Well,
you.
Internet is
if
for
you had
Exactly.
if you had Comcast, I would blame Xfinity,
Grab your
but yeah.
dick and double click
porn.
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 No, don't say it. Porn.
Yeah.
So true. What do you think
That
I
was
do
fun.
after?
A good show.
Oh my God, it's
that
such
was a
good-
fun show.
That was
a long time, but geez, that's already.
It's been on
a while ago.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Avenue.
We saw it. We saw it Christmas of 2016, I think.
Yeah.
Necro says on mock headroom.
That's funny.
Yes. Perfect.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Carrie yawned. It means it's time to end the show.
Yeah.
I think it is time.
It is time. Yeah.
We didn't get Gabrielle in here tonight.
Yeah, there you go.
Next time.
I gotta stop it. Shit, Jesus.
Nope. I had it timed just
All
right.
right.
Just right.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, this is fun.
Which one was this one? Not, we're
196.
closing it on
So
200,
next
right?
week, maybe we'll show the first,
Yeah.
or we'll do your poem or something next
Yeah,
week.
one of the poems. That'd be
Yes.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seabart,
the first
Seabart,
one.
can you
Twas the
can you
Tuesday before
extract that
Christmas.
video and
Cue that up.
and
Which,
yeah.
which
Which
I
one?
lovingly devoted to you all.
Stamp it.
One of her first poem.
We just need a time stamp.
I did that earlier in chat when
Yep.
when it's first brought up. I dropped the time codes for the first
Sorry, I was
two.
in my old ways of ignoring what you. No, I was kidding.
Hey,
no, I
Jim, Jim,
I haven't
read
but
between the
see-
lines.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Nice. No, I wasn't.
Really?
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
I didn't
So
see
I
it.
dropped the two that were done live on air and the two that were on your channel.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, shit. There's 4. Holy shit.
Well, 2 poems and 2 music
Yeah,
Two
videos.
poems,
videos.
2 videos.
We pretty much
Okay.
have a brand new audience than back then when Carrie did those two. So I bet a lot of people haven't heard them.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
probably.
We grew from 2 viewers to 4.
Yeah, those 4 left.
It's,
Yeah.
And now we have 5. Those 5 have not heard it. So
yeah. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
We can do
because of
we
the
can do
original
poems.
two's way unsubscribed a long time ago.
Yeah, the poem. That's a good
It's a
idea though, because
collection.
next week will
Yeah.
be December
Got
already.
it
So.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It will be December. Holy cow.
Mhm.
Yeah.
By the way, I've gotten
Shit,
multiple
I'm uncle in less
messages.
than a month and a
I've
half.
gotten multiple messages from a
Month and a week.
Canadian guy named Chris Martin. So Chris
Hmm?
Martin, appreciate
Canadian named
you,
Chris. What?
enjoying our silliness here.
Oh, nice.
He talked.
Shout out to.
He sent
shout
me
out
a
to
few
Chris Martin.
messages saying like, "Hey, when are you guys doing your next event?" Just kind of asking that. I'm like, "Well, nothing's official yet." Just kind of left it at that. So yeah. So, cool.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
all right.
Yep. Until next week.
Cheerio.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Yes.
Yeah,
you guys.
For all
happy
you-
Thanksgiving, America. I had mine 3 weeks ago.